Twitch.
I was like, your cameras look fun.
We love to see it. We just busted out all squares.
I feel like busting loose, busting loose.
Busting.
Da, 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 ba, da, ba, da, ba, 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 Give me the beach, y'all.
Should know.
Hello. Features.
That's the one. I like it. Welcome back, Fox.
Yeah, welcome back, Fox.
Fox, what's happening, man?
I'm over here.
How dare they? How
Your mic is apparently fucked up right now too, since
No.
says you're muted.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no.
Can't have anything.
Can't have nothing.
This is
Can't
why
have
This is Wednesday night,
shit.
Kingdoms of Mist, and holy fuck, it's been a day. Party
Yeah.
on!
Let's go.
Legit, legit, legit. All right, let's just do this.
Oh, let me change my
So
color.
while Ray's doing
Look!
what he's doing,
It's fixed it!
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I broke everything.
Again.
I broke it all. I don't know how I broke it all, but I broke it all. Actually, I think I know because OBS updated today, and it probably just broke everything. And so, in fact, we're gonna check. We're gonna run through some screens real quick, ladies and gentlemen, because I want to check these out before we go over there.
OBS is like, we fixed it. Fixed what? We fixed it.
Nothing. We fixed what? We fixed it. What's it? You'll find out.
Yeah. That's none of your business.
You'll find out when you're older.
we fixed
Oh,
it. Well,
look,
my
ladies.
marriage, but
Go ask your mom.
Oh, ask your mom.
And everything is messed up on the next screen too. So fixing the cameras on one screen fixed nothing on any of the others.
We love to
so
see it.
if you want to do that, I'll help run through intros on everybody.
Please do. That would be
Cool.
wonderful.
So we are graced by Mr. Val,
Oh, that's me.
and we are starting off with Sphinx playing Val, the distraction.
Distracts
I
me
love
every time.
I love it.
Um,
Aw, flatterer.
we have the monk devoted to the Mist Mother, Rob playing Am, who
Hi,
was
guys.
tempered beyond his comfortability a couple
Oh my
episodes ago.
Oh
Yes.
my god, yeah.
That's my job,
Um,
and it was taken away from me.
We have Milagros, who is the very pampered. Let's see, where else can I go with that? She's very pampered. She decided to steal all of her family heirlooms and go on an adventure.
You thief!
In her defense,
With 100 platinum, I think.
yeah.
And we're being paid to basically babysit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you have the two grumpy fucks on screen. Myself playing Grumpok, and Rome playing Shugash. Exactly. You can find me and Rome over on OA. Milagros, I believe, has started her Twitch streams.
Yes. And I'm going live again tomorrow.
Val,
Nice.
your first stream is this week, or was it last week?
It was last Friday, actually.
It was last Friday.
Yeah.
So Val Sphinx does his own D&D stream now. It was a podcast. He is finally upgraded to a stream.
Upgraded.
Upgrade, people. Upgrade.
Exactly. So yeah, we're here for some crazy shit. I'm not in the Foundry at the moment, so y'all want to roll for recap, or you want me to just run with it?
You know my role. So.
Yeah, and I know your opinion, Rome. Like I, it was more for the other three if they wanted an opportunity to recap.
I mean, I have, like, I could summarize with my notes.
That's not.
Just quickly read through, like, 3,000 words of stuff.
Yeah, I think you'd be much better with your notes than I would be.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so, well, yes, last stream, yesterday, bro, time isn't real anymore.
Nope.
Last
That's
stream,
relative.
Welcome to
was I think it was almost entirely combat. We
It
are
was.
trying to acquire a wizard man. He has some information in his wizard brain, sequence of colors that we need to acquire for the crime syndicate called the Emeralds. Totally not sketchy at all. You know, just helping a buddy out.
I'm getting armor from it. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Yes.
Getting a favor,
And
so yeah.
Just gotta help a mobster.
We were. I think it was Sugash who was saved a couple of times by his future husband Lorenzo. I have decided.
Never gonna happen.
Listen. They're so cute.
Don't close the door on
expanded
love,
universe.
man.
Don't close the door on
You
love.
never know. You never know. Okay. So, we did end up capturing the wizard, and Utopia did a great job. She's got 3 bullet holes in the family armor, so
My word.
she's gonna be so much trouble after this. But at least she managed to tie up our target, and where we ended off was, like, you know, the gunslingers are gone, and Val had just dropped Dissonant Whispers on our last enemy, and he friggin' collapsed. So now we're gonna try and extract this information from our target. How that is gonna go? That's oh wow, Sphinx. How that's gonna go? How that goes is gonna be up to Val, I guess. So
He has help.
Oh yeah.
Like, you have 2 grumpy orcs and a bard. He's
yeah,
gonna talk.
exactly. It's gonna be up to you 3, honestly. Like,
This way you can do it the
It's
bard's
just-
way, or you can do it our way.
It's a
Just
side
saying.
screen of me and Utopia just getting covered in like spatters of blood every now.
yeah,
and
no,
then.
literally. And
Whoa.
Utopia's just being like, how do I hide bullet holes?
Does blood wash out?
Yeah, let's hope it polishes out.
Will the Mist Mother forgive the taste of my soul?
Baking soda, my lady. Baking soda. That's all you need.
Baking powder. So I am fixing something because Foundry also went. So
Oh no.
Thanks, Foundry.
Glorious.
Oh,
I mean, when it rains, it hails, right?
well,
Yeah,
and I am almost 100% positive this is just because of the update to OBS Studio, and I am fixing it right now. It is going to take me I'm almost done. Thank you very much, RJ, for pitching in. That was greatly appreciated.
Oh, I got you,
Oh
dude.
yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, I'm basically referred to as the town crier for OA.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have given you.
We need to get you a handbell.
Yeah. Hear ye.
Bring out your dead!
The King Bell is a thing, and it's right over fucking there.
I didn't
boy.
know about a king bell. What?
My mother's family's like went to all the sporting events, ringing a fucking bell.
Oh,
yeah.
gotcha.
Awesome.
Yeah, the King Bell is on the shelf over there, but my voice is loud enough and soothing enough to take over those fields when I have to. And I remember most shit, so it definitely helps.
I love how
remember
he's like,
everything.
I was like,
Ray, you're still
soothing.
busted out of your square.
That's all right. I don't matter.
He'll fix
You
it.
matter to us.
Yes. Nothing but respect for my GM.
Exactly. That's why he takes up more space.
You know what? You're
I,
right.
I thought it was just because I was 300 plus pounds.
Well,
I mean, that just
I
makes
don't
you
know.
more of a door than a window.
Yeah. I am good at being a
wait, what
door.
does that make me? I'm like
A door stop?
10.
You're the friend.
Wait, Rob, what?
I'm like 110.
Bro,
Alright,
Bro.
so you're one slat on the
I'm
louver.
tiny. I'm like thin.
You're a
So I
fucking
could-
javelin, is what you
So
are.
I
Yeah,
could literally actually just carry you around. Perfect.
I love how you're drinking out of a skull cup. Like,
Don't say that shit, Lure Prey. Don't say that shit, Lure Prey. Lure Prey just came in and said, why isn't it playing? The stream just froze. And I was just like, no.
Oh no.
Let's
the
not.
foot of my kids.
Let's not
I
do
can see
that.
it.
Oh no.
I think
No.
we're good.
Everyone's good? Everyone's good? We're all good? Let's be good, please, God. How
Yeah,
dare
they
you...
were.
Be good, please. Holy shit.
You work.
All right. So, chaos, anarchy. Whee! Everyone, remember you're on a roller coaster. The proper position is So,
Please keep your hands and legs inside the vehicle.
At all times.
okay. So, back to what I was trying to say in the beginning. Thank you very much, RJ, for the introductions. If you guys want to follow any of the creators that we feature here on Dinner in a Game, their links are in the chat. Every single one of them provides you guys excellent entertainment. Rob is going to start providing you with excellent entertainment.
Swear.
And he is on this show every single Wednesday. So he is officially on the interwebs. And then,
Nice.
and every other Friday, of course, Rob is featured on our show, The Lab Experiments in Gaming, where he will be continuing live play of Fall of Magic with the creator of Fall of Magic, Ross Cowman. So that is going to be this Friday, and it is. What time do you guys start? 6 Eastern.
Yeah. Yes, 6 Eastern.
Yeah, so it's 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's an early game, so if you don't get to catch it, we are putting everything up on our YouTube. You can find all of Dinner and a Game's links for all our social media, all our other items on our link tree, which is also up there. I know it's chaos. I apologize. I have been super slammed with work. And so I haven't been able to jump on and make sure everything was working beautifully. And so you get this. Ta-da! What was that? Oh, wait, was I... Fuck yes.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's chat is going there already, ladies and gentlemen. So we are just going to jump into it because we have had enough chaos and we need to get in some gaming because I honestly just need to kill some people. I have had a week. So
Wait, we're generally the people that die when the GM wants to kill someone.
Yeah, no, for real.
Right.
Like, what do we do to you, Ray? What do we ever do?
Please don't kill us.
actually, there is a very sweet and innocent newly introduced NPC that could have a massively tragic end.
No!
See,
Leave the rest alone!
I'm a very firm believer in stick with the devil you know. When it comes to characters, like stick with what you're prepared for because
Prepared.
well, you have an idea of the characters and what kind of shenanigans they're going to come up with.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I am completely
stick with
prepared.
The devil you know.
All times. All times. This is what a GM's life is, ladies and gentlemen. We are always prepared. That is what the truth is, right there. We
Which
are
is why
never
your
caught
string
unaware.
was falling apart, right?
Absolutely. That was just a test to see how loyal our audience
Yeah,
was.
before the show.
What was that?
It's time to shit talk the gym before the show.
Rob, if you're Lorenzo, I meant Ray. I was looking at Rob. Well, now we know who Fox Rider's favorite is. So, tonight we are continuing our Kingdoms of Mist campaign. It is a D&D 5e campaign that we are kind of that I created for these guys to play in because I wanted to create a campaign world where I could combine Treasure Planet with a little bit of Eberron, and because I wanted ships flying through space. I didn't want to play Spelljammer because I actually wanted them to be basically having an atmosphere and everything like that to go through, and I wanted to create my own little world that could convincingly house anything from anywhere else. So I created the Kingdoms of Mist. It is a world that is a bunch of small planets trapped inside a gas giant, orbiting around two little brown dwarf stars. So the orbit patterns of the planets are very, very tight. The habitable zone is very, very small. So it is literally possible to fly from one planet to another, right? Using the crystals that are found on the planets that are basically allow them to power these vehicles with magic. So right now we are on Alatras, which is probably the largest planet. It is also the most heavily inhabited planet, and it is the only one of these 6 main planets that has its own a single central government. Now, the Council of Alatras is made up of a bunch of different nations and peoples that have come together to try and better their planet by having a single point of government to answer to instead of having a bunch of disparate little municipalities all across the country. Next.
Where's red?
Huh? Where's red?
Oh, I'm just adjusting my lighting.
Adjusting your lighting.
There we go.
And we are going to... they start out on Alatras. They have made their way to the capital city of Ale, and they have... which is also Sphinx and Milagros' hometown. And Milagros went home to check in with her parents, being basically a 19-year-old rich kid runaway. Yeah. She stole she sold the family's heirloom armor, stole the family's warhammer that is the symbol of their family, and took off into the night.
Okay, but God called. What was I supposed to do?
All the characters had visions given unto them by the Mist Mother, and those visions told them to go to a certain spot where they would meet up with other people who would be able to help them, because the Mist Mother basically cryptically told them that there was a danger coming and that she needed their help to try and thwart it. So they came together at this inn, and they were almost immediately attacked by these creatures of shadow. They managed to fight them off. They got, and this was in it was in another city nearby, and then they met up with a priestess of the Mist Mother, who pretty much dishonored Utopia's pet, pet goat.
What else was he supposed to do? Hang up on the Lord?
Look, when the Lord calls, you say the check's in the mail and you go back to sleep. That's just what it is. But anyway, because he always calls really early, and that's mean. But anyway, they met up with the priestess, who provided them a way to get to the capital, and they basically signed on as guards on a caravan. Ran into Boulay and a bunch of axe beaks on the road. That was a lovely encounter. Made it into the city. Utopia went home to see her parents. Grandpa Shagash and Val kind of were roaming around the open market that's right near the gate, as Aom and Utopia went to go see her parents, Utopia got home and found out that no one was really mad at her, except that she was no longer allowed to leave the house and was locked in her room until dinner. So
Yeah, she was grounded.
in the meantime, and then Aom was finally shown what it really is to live the good life, and was incredibly uncomfortable.
Just hated it.
The bathing was probably the best I hate it scenes.
Thanks, I hate it.
Actually uncomfortable.
And then, so Val, Grandpa, and Sugash were walking the market. They came across a leather worker who had some really fine goods. They had the skin from the land shark that they had killed, and they took that skin and they were trying to negotiate a price for him to work it and make it into armor for them. And of course, Grandpa also had the giant skull of the land shark, which he wanted to have turned into a shield for Sugash. The guy's prices were really, really high. Because he was telling them that he could actually make it into a suit of magical armor that would allow someone once a day to pass through solid objects, to move through stone specifically, is what he said. So they basically entered into a deal. He apparently was deeply in debt to a crime syndicate, but he knew of a rival of that specific crime syndicate who had gotten a shipment of an exotic animal, specifically a small dragon. And that shipment, if they could disrupt that shipment, if they could steal the dragon, if they could just let the dragon loose where it got away, if they could kill the dragon, any of those things to discredit him and would basically get him and then bring back evidence of that would be, and if he were to let his people he owed money to know that he arranged that they would possibly forgive his debt. They went down to the docks. They found the warehouse in question. They actually ended up freeing a blue dragon, and Val put on an amazing performance at the bar across the street, which drew everyone in, and he basically started the world's first mosh pit. And while he was doing that, Grandpa and Sugash broke into the warehouse, got into a discussion with the dragon, freed it in order to let it get healthy again so they could hunt it down and kill it later, because they're really sweet guys. And then they all managed to, in the ensuing chaos of a dragon blowing out through the wall of a warehouse, basically managed to run with the crowd, move and get away from the area without really being noticed. Of course, nothing goes unnoticed. They got back to the area with the leather worker at the open air markets, and he wasn't in his booth. There was a kobold watching his booth who basically told the guys that he was down the street eating at an open air restaurant. They went down and found him, and they ran into a member of the Emerald, which it is basically one of the two highest, most notorious crime syndicates, the Emerald and the Ruby. And he basically told them that, yes, they were going to forgive the debt of the leather worker because they had done this for them, and they were fairly impressed with the fact that they had done this for them, and they were looking to give them some more work. So he told them that basically they needed to find and capture a wizard who had a sequence of colors that were memorized. I left out the best part. Oh, sorry. Lorenzo, ladies and gentlemen. So while they were having a discussion, Sugash went to go order food. It was basically, for the most part, I made a Philly cheesesteak vendor.
Honestly, I would eat there.
Yeah, and so Sugash went and got in line to get them food. And while the line was long, and being grumpy and being Sugash, he decided he was going to try and intimidate his way through the line.
He wasn't intimidating. He literally has never been in a line before.
You've been around humanity before. You know what a line is.
And the social graces of personal
He just doesn't like social graces. He completely understands them.
That's still different than being intimidating. Trying to get him.
Okay, so in that case, Sugash was flirting in the first place.
Yeah, that's right.
Not at all.
So Sugash walked
He's
up.
into twinks.
Sugash walked up and stood uncomfortably close to the man in front of him in line, who was only like a 5 foot, what I say, 5'4", 5'5",
5'4".
5'4" half elf, in leather armor. And so the half elf could feel Sugash like breathing on the back of his head. So the half elf, he's a big sigh, looks up, and basically does the oh shit. Because he's looking, he looks over his shoulder, and he ends up having to look up instead of just over his shoulder. Because, well, how tall is Sugash? 6 foot what?
6'11".
Something like that.
Yeah, and this guy's 5'5". So he looks up and he's like, "Oh shit, you're huge." And then so Sugash is looking down at him, just locking eyes, and he goes, and basically Lorenzo's like, "And cute." And so
He
Ready to
has
back
cake.
that ass up. I'm just
Orcs
saying.
are fine as fuck.
and so
Oh yeah,
as
right.
as the line moved forward, Sugash continued to stand uncomfortably close. So rather than say anything really, Lorenzo, who was the name of the half elf, basically just started leaning back and cuddling up against Sugash. Since they were already that close, Sugash ends up grabbing Lorenzo by the neck and shoving him away at arm's length. And Lorenzo.
Big fine orc.
And Lorenzo looks over his shoulder and said, "I didn't realize we were already choking already. My safe word is pineapple." So they get their food. They have a discussion with the mob boss or the underboss, and then they go and to get Utopia to help them with the job they just picked up to get this information for this wizard. They find Utopia. They think they're going to have to break her out of her house. What ends up happening is the steward of the household knows she's going to leave. So Utopia gets her armor, Utopia gets her hammer, and the steward gives Val 100 platinum pieces to cover Utopia's expenses.
Val has never seen that much money ever before in life.
And that's like her allowance. Like that was just like, oh here, go buy yourself something nice, sweetie.
Like in just
Oh yeah, and Lorenzo wrote his where he's staying in the wrap for Sugash's sandwich, and Sugash gave it to Grandpa.
And then Grandpa gave it to Frank with a cake.
Frank is the name of the leather worker. So you basically they went and they jumped the wizard and his guards, and a fight ensued that was very, very crazy. They managed to pull off the win, and they managed to actually completely tie up the wizard thanks to an insane spell. The Val cast that basically completely neutralized the wizard. And
This wizard is so screwed.
so they fought off his guards. Once the wizard was tied up and most of the guards were vanquished, the last two guys that they were facing ran, and they now have a tied up wizard who should be out from under your spell by now, because that was like an 8-round fight.
yeah.
You cast that spell like 3 rounds
on
in.
like the 6th or 7th round, though.
Yeah, well, it was late in the fight when I cast that spell.
It was late, yeah.
Yeah, because he was running at that point. He was running too, and that's why he cast the spell.
Yeah,
So
I had like 3 HP at that point.
yeah, everyone had like 3 HP.
Her third bullet hole.
Literally.
Yeah, there were 2 gunslingers, and they were freaking man. They were almost one-shotted. They almost one-shotted Val. Was it Val?
Yeah.
And they almost one-shotted Aom. They weren't hitting a lot, but when they hit for a lot.
They hit hard as
I'll
fuck.
be real happy about that armor when we get it.
True.
So, as we sit, we are in the small square that the wizard and his friends were apparently set up shop in. They basically had cordoned off a central area in the square to basically use as their own little hidey hole, and the fight happened in that central area. I'll just give you all guys a look at it. the fight happened in that central area. You guys did not chase after the gunslingers, right?
Nope.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get them out of here.
Our quarry is all tied up with a little bow. We just need to unwrap him.
Yep. And did you guys give any treatment to the guards that were taken down, or did you just leave them to go out?
We cut before we did anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, like literally.
I don't know. You're technically the one that killed both of them, so you tell us. Your NPC is the one that killed both of the guards.
What would
Yeah.
Oh, he just dropped.
So-
Lorenzo just dropped arrows into them. You guys are the arbitrators of what finally happens. Lorenzo was just coming in to help out.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
the last
Oh, and Lorenzo followed them, and when things were looking really bad, he came in and he basically started just like wailing on people with arrows.
Robin Hood.
Yep.
We
I'm
stand.
here for it. I'm here for it.
I'm not gonna heal them because I'm out of key.
Last actions that were taken is that
medicine, I guess.
Grandpa dropped the veteran. Yep.
That's right,
And then
Grandpa.
the-
You dropped the veteran.
Yeah. Then the gunslinger shot me. Hits. Did
It was
22
literally Val with Dissident Whispers. It's in chat.
Yeah, it's
that
on.
Killed the guard.
Yeah, he dropped the last enemy, and then that's it. Like we called it before
Bullied
anything
him
else was done.
Psychically bullying him into submission.
Bullied him into the grave.
Why don't you just die?
God, that's so horrible.
I love it. I love it.
Top right as we're doing things. I'm gonna actually stabilize him. And
The way Val suicide baits
Okay.
people into stop.
And how you're gonna stabilize him just with what? Spare the
I can
dying.
roll
Or?
medicine if you want.
Okay, cool. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I'll do it on the other one as well. Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not trying
yeah.
to wake him up. I'm just wanting.
No, I got
he's
it.
not gonna die and he's unconscious.
Got it. Aomi, you doing the other?
Yeah.
All right. That's enough to stabilize. That's enough to stabilize. All right. So you stop the guards from bleeding out from their wounds, or in the case of the one who was humiliated to death, from crying himself to death.
Crying himself to death.
Cry,
Psychology roll.
baby.
So I'm going to remove the dead marker from the two veterans. And they're both there. Okay, so so they're basically stabilized. I'm assuming you're going to tie them up as well.
Yeah.
Do we have a reason to?
Well, in case they wake up.
I'm gonna move over to
We've
where
already got their
our quarry is with Utopia.
Yeah, I'll buy things.
Okay, so you guys, you bind them up. I'm not going to make you make any checks because you have plenty of time to tie the knots as securely as you like. So there's no need to like roll any checks on that. And I'm assuming you're going to remove weapons and stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. So you've secured the wizard already. Utopia did that.
Yep.
You secured the two prisoners. Are you going to move them anywhere? Are you going to just leave them where they're laying? What you going to do with them?
I'm gonna take the wizard and kind of drag him to the center of the
Jump them right in the middle,
the area there.
like right there.
Yep, that's
All right.
perfect. And
What-
I will move along with him.
Okay. What about the guards
Out
I
of
put the
series.
one veteran in the chair. I'll actually put the second one.
over there?
Smash chair?
Yeah,
Like, well, lean him up where the chair was.
put him on the wall.
Oh, I'll put him back. I forgot you have GM control too. So
The chair that Sugash exploded.
yes.
I mean, I can grab another chair too.
Yeah. All right. So you've stabilized them. They're still unconscious. The wizard has come conscious, but if I remember correctly, Utopia not only tied him up, but she also stuffed something in his mouth.
Yep, he's
His
also
robe.
gagged.
Yeah, he's gagged up. So he comes to. He's kind of sitting. Not comes to. He comes out from underneath the effects of the spell. He shakes his head and looks around. His eyes kind of open wide for a second as he's looking around, and then he basically kind of like he sits back. He like relaxes a little bit, but it's obvious he's pretty apprehensive.
I would like to do my best to summon both Grandpak and Sugash to me and just stand behind me for a moment.
So you're going to be using the Twin Tower intimidation tactic?
Oh yeah.
Good cutback.
All right. So he kind of you guys go up and stand behind Val?
I stand behind him.
Which him?
By Val. But he's going to stand. We're basically flanking
Ah,
him.
got it. Okay.
Cool. And so I'll look at the wizard, and I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth on him.
Oh, I didn't know you had that. I thought that was cool.
I do.
Oh,
Zone of Truth affects everyone in the zone.
Oh no.
There's no way.
That's fine.
There's no way to not target anybody.
Um,
But you can put the zone on the edge of where he's sitting, in some way to where you're not affected if you want to. But then Grandpa would be affected.
Yeah, I don't think the zone matters.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be questioning Grandpak or Sugash.
Yeah, but if they say anything, they have to speak the absolute truth.
That's true.
Stugash on a scale from
you
yes to
just can't
yes,
tell
how
a
much do you
lie.
like
It doesn't
Lorenzo?
have to be the absolute truth.
That's true. You can't tell a lie. That's very true.
Which is why Sugash and Grandpak are there.
All right, I need to know what the save is for Zone of Truth.
The save is going to be it's a Charisma saving throw, DC 14.
And he has the choice to give into the spell. And
Yes.
I'll know whether you pass or fail.
And he failed.
Ooh,
All right.
that is fantastic.
He. I need to make another roll for him real fast because I forgot I want to check one thing. Since it's not in his spell list, I want to see if he can recognize it or not. And he does.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
a nat 20 on that roll.
It's
Jeez.
it's just a
Now,
skill check,
how
so it's just,
horrible would that be to know that you're under a compulsion to tell the truth?
yeah, no,
Yeah.
literally, and he can't
Not
do
be able to
shit.
do
Damn
that.
it.
all right.
So, should I make this even better?
What are you gonna do?
Oh my god.
And so I'm at the
He
same.
now has disadvantage on all charisma checks.
Ooh.
He has to make a saving throw first. Are you targeting him?
Okay.
I am now.
Okay, let me
Rip
see if
and
it
rest,
worked.
wizard. Damn it.
He passes.
Yep.
Okay. And at the same time, as they're doing that, I drop my telepathy from Utopia,
Mm-hmm.
and I right after I put the Zone of Truth down, I grab the wizard's head. My mind to your mind, our thoughts to your thoughts.
Do you have to
And-
make a roll for? Does he have to make a save for that?
He does not.
Because you only get surface thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's not.
Oh,
Like, it's
no!
not like it's not like the actual spell. See, because you only get 30 surface thoughts.
Yep.
All right. That's gonna be an interesting time. All right, so
That was. Oh no.
so you see his. When you do it, unless you say something into their minds, do they know that you've connected? Do they have a feeling of connection to you?
Well, when I will speak out the first bit, my mind to your mind, and then the second bit, our thoughts to your thoughts, will be spoken by both me and my quarry.
Got it. So he definitely knows that you're in
He
his head.
definitely knows.
When you do that, his eyes widen, and in his head, you hear in your head, you hear what he's thinking, and he's thinking, if I think about anything specific, we're all dead.
And I will tilt my head at him and say in his mind, and the two voices, of course.
Mm-hmm.
About what specifically?
And then in his head, because he has to, if he says anything, and because when he's thinking, he can't help it because it just happens. The truth.
Luckily for you, we are here for very specific information.
And in his head, you hear la 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 la.
Oh my god.
And we will gesture to both Grompak and Sugash. We would like
He's
you
still
to
got a
take-
thing stuffed in his mouth, by the way.
We'd like you to take stock of the two large gentlemen to my side and behind you. I don't have any control over what they will do on a good day. This might be a good or a bad day for them or for you. All we require is that you be upfront and honest, which you really don't have much choice at this point.
You hear him in his head. He's going, Catherine, Elizabeth, Janine, Shinivan, Kira. And he's going through just a list of women's names.
We were sent here to locate a list of colors in a specific order.
Make me a perception check.
Perception?
Mhm.
Okay.
It's just because it's something that's happening very quickly, and it's still
Sure.
it's mental, but it's still perception.
Okay. Perception. Here we go. That's an 8.
Something races through his head. You can hear colors referenced. You didn't catch. There's like but it's a rhyme.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
you don't get the order out of it, and but it flashes, and it's almost immediately like he bites down on it in his head, and he stops thinking about it,
Gotcha.
and he goes back. Now he's reciting a list of apparently favorite pet names.
Mm-hmm. When we speak to him through his mind again, do you know who the Emerald Clan are?
There is dripping disdain in the yes.
Then you know which color pattern we speak of. We need it.
He dripping disdain with a no with no.
Let's see.
And oh yeah, because he really can't help it. If I give you that, I'll die, you'll die, we'll all die.
You'll die if you don't. And I gesture again to the two very large orcs. Again, we have no control over them on our best day.
He's trying.
have-
He's trying to spit the thing out of his mouth.
All you need do is to think it.
He says. And he says, basically, in his mind. In your mind, from him, you hear him think. There is no end that could possibly be worse than what they do to me after this.
So what is he saying?
He's basically saying that if he tells us he's going to meet some kind of grim fate that is worse than anything that the two of you could do to him,
Then who is going to do this?
answer. And I speak into his mind, answer him.
Just blackness.
I'm going to reach down and grab a hold of his hand.
Well, you didn't know he didn't say anything because he's not saying anything out loud.
Is blackness the image that I'm getting?
Yeah.
All I can see is darkness.
That's
And
not
when
very specific.
when he thinks about the darkness,
Mm-hmm.
he visibly pales and begins to sweat. And in his head, you hear you in his head, you hear him thinking, "I have summoned it." But it's not said with like hope. It is, or like, anything like that. It is said with absolute fear.
Okay. When did you summon this? I was thinking to him.
He says, if you give it form, if you give it a presence, then it knows that you're thinking about it. It knows that you know.
Then do not think of it.
It is too
and
late.
Simply give us what we need.
He says, I'll give you everything you want. Just get me out of here. Take me somewhere well lit, no shadows. Get me out of here. And he begins like literally trying to struggle at his bonds.
I turn from him for a moment. He wants sanctuary, someplace well lit with no shadows. Do either of you happen to know someplace like that?
How long has he rented this place?
I think that question to him.
How long has he rented this place?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're here. He had cards here. They're obviously staying. So.
He says, I kind of nods with his head over to the red roof building. He says, we've rented that building for the week, but we weren't staying here more than a day.
And would that building be a safe place for you?
It's like, if there's any darkness anywhere, it's not safe.
Oh, he's thinking. All right.
And I will think to him, I would not worry so much about the dark. We can handle that.
In his head, he starts, and physically, he starts shaking. But in his head, you can hear he's laughing. Almost uncontrollably, hysterically laughing. Who else is watching him? Aom is standing, everyone's standing around. Everyone can make me a perception check.
Okay.
Lorenzo is staying up on the landing, by the way, and he's like scanning the entrance. He's looking over the other rooftops. He's got an arrow notch, and he's just on the lookout.
Damn. That's a 10.
10-2.
Oh, I got
Ah,
9.
Sugash.
Damn,
That's a
Suga.
9. Never mind. How did that become a 9? I don't have any negatives in perception.
You rolled a 7. You must have rolled a 7 because you have a
that
plus
must have-
2. Because you have a plus 2.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Someone else rolled it. Okay. Someone else.
Oh,
okay.
yeah, sorry,
I
I
think we
rolled
have the same colored
Same
dice.
looking dice. Oh no.
Sugash, you quickly realize he is intentionally trying to swallow the cloth stuffed down his throat.
You're
If you-
muted.
I will pull it out of his throat.
You rip the cloth out of his mouth.
You don't get to die that quickly.
He's like, and he when you rip it out of his mouth, he looks up at you and he's like, his mouth is like the cloth has soaked up all the moisture in his mouth. So he's just like trying to say, he's like, we need to run.
I didn't know where to take it. We could turn on lights and stay here.
I could cast dancing lights as a with a cantrip because I still have Zone of Truth open for 10 minutes. So
Are there torches and stuff around this area that are not lit? Is it dark?
You left Utopia's place after dinner.
yeah, it's nighttime.
It's getting on darkness. Now every single building here has torches on the outside of it. So there is light illuminating this square pretty well, but there are tons of dark corners.
I have light as a cantrip too.
It casts 20
That's
foot of
helpful.
light, and you have to put it on something, like your shield or your Warhammer head.
Like, would that help?
Right
Maybe
now,
casting light
Here.
on him.
you can cast it on his robes, yeah. Well, no, it has to be something small enough.
Well, like like you said, I could do it on like the shield or like the head of the warhammer.
Mm-hmm.
Should I do it, y'all?
I say go for it.
Okay.
It couldn't hurt.
I don't know how to do this. Okay. Cast.
Yeah, there's no real savings though. You can place a template if you want to, but you don't really have to because I'm assuming it's centered on you.
Yeah. Yeah. Just.
Yeah. and you would have to basically move that. But that's how much bright light is shed by the torch.
Cool.
And then 20 feet beyond that is dim light, because dim light is just full of shadow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we are in the light. You need to tell us what you know, and then we can get you someplace safe. And in his mind, very loudly in his mind, both of the voices say, "Speak!"
And in his mind, you can hear him saying, we just have to run. All we can do is run. The only thing we can do is run. We have to run. And out loud, he's just croaking the word run over and over again. He says, a temple, Miss Mother Temple. It may be safe.
Where's the closest temple?
There is a few blocks down. There is a temple of the Miss Mother. It is basically like a house specializing in tending to the poor and the needy. Because, like I said, this is a rougher part of town.
Sure.
And it is attended 24 hours, so there'll be someone there, even late into the evening.
I speak to the rest of the party. I can always cast this spell again. Should we take him to a temple? A temple would probably be safer for a place for him to be, and we could probably get answers from a much calmer wizard than one who is in hysterics. And I just kind of gesture at his kind of shaking, choking form.
Then we have to carry a down conjurer or wizard through the city and hope we don't run into any guards.
Say again, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, we got a lot of noise. Oh, there we
I
go.
have noise?
Yeah, it just went away. It was like some weird squealing sound.
Yeah.
I was going to say, we would still have to carry a bound wizard through a whole city.
I can carry him.
I don't know how to explain that. I can't imagine it's legal. This is probably kidnapping.
Don't you still have that coin?
For the sky
True.
cow.
I think so.
That might be. It's Utopia's mic.
Yeah, sorry. I turned on my fan because it's getting hot. Sorry.
That might be a quick and easy way out of here. It was for a day, was it not?
I think so. How late are we into the day? Because the cabs are a full day, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah. And you didn't rent it until almost... Jeez.
Until dinner time for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. So, they'll stay in your service. Like you said, the coin, if they leave for a while, you flip the coin up in the air and summons the cab back.
Right. Forgot about the coin.
Yeah. So they are not there. Number one, you know that this is a barely enough room for him to land in this little square. You'd have to basically move off to the side, but he could land in the square.
Okay.
That might be the fastest option.
What about the two guards? Are we just going to leave them?
I mean, if we're leaving, we can unbind them and leave while they're sleeping.
Okay.
And throw them back in the house and close the door.
Oh, we put them on a table.
Put him on a
They
table.
Drank too much and passed out.
The table will be fine enough.
So
Far better than they deserve.
far better than they deserve. What did they ever do to you?
Do you want the list?
It's a long one, isn't it? So you guys are he's sitting there, still sitting there, bound hand and foot in the ground. The thing is out of his mouth. He is looking around, and he keeps on. All you can hear from his head, Val. If you're actively always listening to him, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So all you can hear from his head is he keeps on looking at different shadows, and you can see him say, "Was that it? I think I heard something. Was that it?" Any second.
I shake him. Listen to us.
He's still looking around over your shoulders. He's not looking at you.
We are going to take you out of here and take you someplace safe. There's a temple nearby. We'll take you to the temple, and then you will answer our questions and give us what we need to know.
Why is... Good. Good.
I was just saying, as we're moving out of the way, I want to kind of shuttle him between Grompok and I, so no random darts or arrow. Like, we're gonna block him
Mm-hmm.
while we get out of the way of the cart.
What
Gotcha.
is he so afraid of?
The darkness, apparently.
But why is he afraid of the darkness?
Because he's a coward.
Because something has been summoned, according to his thoughts. And once it is summoned, it can sense his thoughts, if you think of it.
Who summoned it?
Sounds like he did.
You summoned a demon?
He kind of looks at you and he croaks out, because he's still parched, basically. And he says, thinking about it in any way summons it.
So then why did you think of it?
You can't help it.
That makes no sense.
He asked me what it was I was afraid of. What was I going to do? Not think about the thing I'm afraid of when I'm talking about it?
So, is this a powerful darkness? Is that creatures come out of consistently?
It is the darkness. I don't know how else to describe it.
Do you know that the temple will protect you, or is it just the light?
I can only hope at this point. So, you guys, which way are you moving?
I was moving. We have to get out of their way.
Yeah, you have to clear at least a, pretty much a 15-foot wide by 20-foot long area so they can land it.
Okay.
So I guess we move off to the side, under the stairs, and give them that angled way to land.
Got it?
Yeah.
As you're moving over, Lorenzo's like, so you guys were really staring at each other really intently. Can you let me know what's going on? I mean, if your guys are good, I can take off.
Were you not listening?
Well, half the time, those two, and he points to Val and the wizard, were staring at each other. And, I understand true love happens in any way, shape, or form, but, it was kind of awkward.
I know you're not that much of an idiot.
He's like, yes.
True.
But what is the intent? Why are we clearing the square? What's going on?
We're summoning a cab and going to the temple.
And Lorenzo's like, the Temple of the Mist Mother?
That will be the one, yes.
He says, all right. He says,
you're welcome to join us.
Well, thank you. I was about to ask. I assume that you have a cab.
Yes.
Here in a minute.
This is excellent. He says, and he kind of looks down. And he's like, "What? I overheard darkness."
Yes, he's afraid of some kind of darkness that he may or may not have accidentally summoned by thinking about it.
And he says, and Lorenzo says, I wonder if it has anything to do with all the people who have been getting killed.
And we narrow our eyes. What people? When?
Why didn't you open with that?
Well, I mean, people are getting killed at night. When else are you going to kill somebody? But, the issue is...
Why didn't you open with that?
He's getting to that. Let's let him talk, Grandpa. It's fine.
It was just excessively violent murders. People riddled with slashes. Not really cut apart, just like filleted. It was kind of horrible. And
is there any similarities between the victims?
No, there's not. I mean, they range in age, and well, almost all of them are from this part of town, so none of them are very affluent. That's the only, key thing. He says, other than that, I don't know what to tell you about it. It's not something that, has been happening for too long, like maybe 2 weeks, but there's been a lot to the point where the guards may actually start patrolling down here again. Like there's like something like 12 people dead in 2 weeks.
Why does nobody share useful information with us, brother?
We did attack them.
You attack them.
And then
He sat and flirted with you for 45 minutes. And could not
It
give
was
us...
more like 30. Don't make me sound desperate.
where's the cat?
Where's
I don't know.
As-
I am waiting for this motorized vehicle to show
So
up.
you guys kind of like lean forward a little bit and you start looking up, and the conjurer between the two of you, he kind of like he's like he's looking around. You know, Utopia's light is kind of shedding light all inside underneath this area, and he is in front of Utopia, and you just hear the sound of blades cutting through meat. Sugash, you're kind of in front of him. So from the darkness within his own robes that he's wearing, 2 swords come out of his stomach.
Oh, hell.
And suddenly he flips over and backwards. He's literally tumbled in midair. And a figure walks out of the shadows that were in, around, and under him. The very shadows that he was casting himself.
Hell's bells.
What the fuck?
And standing in front of you is a figure who is wearing dark black clothing. He looks like a humanoid person. His skin is ashen. His hair is shock white. He is, about the same height as Val. He is armed with 2 blades, 2 knives that are in long, almost short swords. He has, and he basically steps forward, and as he steps forward, the conjurer is just like, coughs up blood, and the person is standing there, and he basically, and Val, your
Yeah.
sword of warning,
Yep.
it had enough to go, someone's here. So there's no surprise round.
Cool.
But the conjurer is not in your party, so.
Right.
So he basically, the conjurer takes a shit ton of damage, and but he's still alive because he was basically almost untouched during the fight.
Right.
Yeah.
And this thing is standing there, and it's in a low crouch in front of him, and it's standing there. It looks very, very wary, and we all need to roll initiative.
Of course.
Let me fix this initiative round. Let me get the veterans out of here.
Bro, I got 6 HP left. Oh my god.
Remove.
Bro.
Remove. Let's add this guy in here. Bang. Ooh, I did shitty on initiative.
Haha.
Yeah. And let me take the hit point damage. Let me take the damage off the conjurer real quick. Oh wow, he was.
We
really
are
bad.
re-rolling initiative, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My initiative isn't rolling for some reason.
Yeah, how do I...
That's
How,
because the
mine-
combat tracker that's up, combat's
Oh,
still
okay.
active, so we
Oh.
don't have initiatives rolled. We have to end it and then.
Oh, got ending combat.
Right.
And then let me put everyone back into combat. I'm not gonna put the guards in, but I got everyone right here. Hey, what the hell? There
oh,
we
like
go.
a flash. Okay.
Yeah. My mouse likes to double click. Oh, I rolled even worse for
Nice.
initiative.
Oh, nice.
$1.5 billion dice. All right, are we good? Everyone got it?
think
Good.
so, yeah.
All right. So, Val, you're going first.
Okay. I am going to reach out and grab at the figure that just appeared in front of me, and I am going to cast Shocking Grasp. Soon as...
Where are you, Val?
Yeah, I don't even see Val.
He's right.
Val and the Conjurer are sharing a square at the moment.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can't be in the same square.
There you
Oh
go.
no.
They think
Tel's
you
just
can
standing
throw
on top of
everybody
it.
over there.
I'm inside.
Yeah, I'm not
Tel's
sure
just standing
how
on his neck.
that is happening. So yeah, I'll just do that.
Okay.
I was gonna swap the spots, but
There we go.
All right. So,
So Shocking Grasp
okay.
at that fool.
It's an attack roll, correct?
Correct. And please be good, please be good. 18? Does 18 hit him?
Yes, 18 hits.
Yay!
Sweet. 18. And we'll roll damage.
Nice.
Full damage. 16
Damn.
points of lightning damage.
16
As I just
points
reach
of
out
lightning
and-
damage.
Gah!
Be gone, thought.
Reach out and touch.
All right.
Oh my god, but it actually was a thought.
Somebody's hand.
And are
It
you
was
a
his
thought.
thought.
are you moving anymore, Val?
No.
All right. So it is the Conjurer's turn. He basically he can't do anything. He's still tied up, and he's this hold of his hand. He's like, untie me, untie me, untie me. That's all he can do. He's trying to move. Is anyone going to try and stop him?
depends on which way he's trying to move.
He's trying to go to here.
Then I will stop him.
Okay, so give me a well.
If he's going anywhere, I want to put him behind me.
His feet are tied too,
Yeah,
so
like he'd have to crawl. So
I was giving him like 1/4 movement because he's basically hopping. But no, actually, he would not try and run. It would be too much of a risk, and the only way safe to go would would give the guy an attack opportunity. Oh, I know. He's going to go defensive. That's all he can do. All right, so it is now Miss Astor's turn.
I assume your hammer is still glowing with the light, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, the conjurer's between me and
Mm-hmm.
him,
Yep.
so I can't just swing.
Nope.
Could I like go around Shugosh and take a swing?
I would assume so. I think you'd
yeah,
be
you
within.
can walk through party members. So
And
you
then
can't
you
be by the same space, but you can.
Yeah, like next to you.
Don't.
I think I would.
No.
And I can't remember if we're doing flanking in this game or not.
We are.
I
Yes.
don't know how that works.
All you have to do is
advantage
have
on
an
your attack.
and the ally has to be on the other side of the enemy from you, and you get advantage.
Ooh, okay. Selected him.
What are you
Let
gonna
me
do?
roll. Oh, let me roll. Okay. Ooh.
That definitely hits.
Nice.
Roll that damage. Oh, you swung it. You swung it versatile.
Yeah.
That means your AC goes down by 2.
Okay.
You have a shield, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll remember that for that. All right, so 3
Okay.
points of bludgeoning. Because when you swing versatile, it basically is saying you have to drop your shield.
Yeah, I'm scared right now. Like,
That's all right. All right.
better to try and do more damage.
No problem. That's Utopia's turn. Aelm.
Alright, I'm just gonna run around it over to him, like behind him.
Oh yeah, you got tons of movement.
Yeah.
So
And
Yeet.
yeah, yeet. And quarterstaff. That'll be versatile.
Yay! Now
Oh,
he's just
sorry.
surrounded.
Let's roll attack. Oh, okay. Looks like I have to target him. Go. Attack. Oof.
I do believe that misses. What's your total there? Yes, that misses.
Damn.
All right. Yeah, that's my turn.
Yeah, you can still spend your You didn't do anything with your bonus action, right?
Yeah.
You can do a
no,
bonus action martial art attack.
Yeah.
I'm out of key. Oh wait.
No.
can
You
I
just
do
get
that
you just
regardless?
get a bonus action martial art
Okay.
attack.
All right.
You don't have to spend key for that.
All right. Did everyone get it?
Dun, dun, dun.
That's better.
That does it.
Nice.
And
5 points of damage. All right, so that was Aom's turn. It is now Lorenzo's turn. Lorenzo is going to take a shot at him with a bow.
Can do it, Robin Hood.
Do it lovingly.
Do it.
Robin Hood. I believe.
Make your future husband proud.
And he hits.
Nice.
He only has one use of his ability left, so he's going to hold on to that to see how this goes. 12 points of piercing damage. He's got a second shot, and he is going... Oh, I gave that damage to Lorenzo.
No.
I took it back off. And he
Free my
fires
man Lorenzo, he ain't do nothing.
fires again. Oh, that was so close to a crit. So, and he hits though, and does 10 more points. All right.
Nice.
We love
You
him.
know, you see the arrows that Lorenzo fires. You see Aeon punch this guy, and it's a visibly hard blow. You see the arrows just thunk into one into his shoulder and one into his lower bicep from Lorenzo's arrows. There is no reaction, not even a flinch of pain. There's just the noises of the arrows punching into meat and the thump of Aeon's fists banging into him, the crack of Utopia's warhammer hitting him. He makes no sound.
Interesting.
So it's like that moment in Castlevania when Trevor just wails on Dracula and he's just...
Sugash, you're up.
Are you done?
No, it's visible damage. You know, you can see it. The body is being damaged.
Yeah, but he's not reacting.
Nope.
Yeah.
Like, he's just like, and what about it?
Okay.
Is there any way using movement that I could bump him out of my way? Not the enemy, the conjurer.
No, because the conjurer is actually not an ally.
Man.
So he counts as a combatant, and you cannot, unless you have an ability to like if you're going to shove him, but that's an action.
Yeah.
So
So it's the pain in the ass is grumpy because that just... Actually, I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm going to use my channel divinity.
Okay.
Bomb piece. I don't quite sure know how to explain why I would actually walk in this direction. Other than the fact that it fits what I need to do.
gotcha.
Making my way back around to here, but Bomb of Peace stops opportunity attacks, and everyone that I walked by within 5 feet gets 2d6 plus 3 for help.
So which way did you walk again?
Around in this location.
You can't make it back to where you started from.
Okay. What is mine? 30.
But because you moved away from the conjurer first, are you counting him as part of this for that?
I had planned on it, yeah.
Okay, so
But
it
if
will
he
count.
wants to make an attack. Well, he can't because of Bomb of Peace.
And he can't because of he's bound. So, all right. So
So I will have to stop.
yeah, right behind Sugash, basically. But because you started out right beside him, then he gets a. So what's the total on 2d6 plus?
2d6 plus 3 for everyone in the party.
Just roll it once, and we'll just use that for everybody.
That works.
It's always hard when they make you wander. Click on?
Ow.
Not.
Nope, it doesn't. It doesn't have a means to roll it. You just got to grab
roll it
2d6 and add 3 to it. 8 points to everybody. I'll put the 8 points back on the conjurer.
And I am back to full health. Huzzah.
Huzzah!
And then as my bonus action ending my turn, I'm going to cast Sanctuary on the Conjurer.
Sanctuary!
Nice.
Which means he has to make a wisdom saving throw in order to attack him, correct?
Yes.
All right. All right, so that is the end of Shugasha's turn. It is now Grambak.
Glorious. So Hell's Bells. Let's have some fun.
Your kitty is going berserker.
And here. So I am basically casting Spirit Guardians, protecting everybody but the slasher with it. So while he's in there, I need a DC 13 saved initially, and when he starts his turn in there, he will have to make an additional save. While he is in there, he has half movement speed.
Mm-hmm.
And
is it a dex save or a con save?
It's Wisdom.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's dirty.
Cleric.
It's Cleric, yeah.
War clerics are fun.
And it looks like he failed.
No, he beat
No,
it.
he beat it. He beat
Yeah,
it.
he beat it.
So, but he's taking half damage.
Yeah, he will take half damage, and when he starts his turn in the circle, he will need to make another one. And I think this is actually going to roll it wrong. Yeah, it did. That's what I thought. So the 3d8 necrotic doesn't count. So it's 15 half, so it'd be 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Got it.
I need to adjust that because I am not necrotic, I am radiant.
Alrighty.
So that was my action. And we will bonus action spiritual weapon. And I will put it in between Utopia and Aeom. That was not that. So I'm sure he doesn't take damage from 11.
But technically, aren't you flanking with your spiritual weapon? Did you use advantage?
Flanking doesn't work with spiritual weapons.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Spiritual weapons don't get advantage or disadvantage or opportunity attacks.
Yeah. Real quick, what happened to the spiritual weapon that Rome made?
Oh, my shield, I took it off.
Okay. All right. So that is all of Grampak's turn. It is now the stranger's turn.
And I need a DC 13 wisdom save, please.
And he will do a DC 13 wisdom save as the first thing he does. Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
And he rolls a save, and I'm going to burn a feature to pass.
Oh.
Okay.
So he passes.
Cool.
He's one of those.
He still takes half damage, doesn't he?
Yes.
Because he's still inside.
I fixed your spell, by the way.
Thank you, sir. So
Rome is speed repairs.
he's gotten used to it.
Practice.
Nice.
No and no. Cast for damage. Thank you, sir. Normal. So 5 points.
5 points of damage. Thank you. All right. So
They wouldn't be evil if they couldn't cheat.
Yes, they would not be. All right, how many does he have? Okay. All right, so the slasher comes out and strikes at. What does this do? Nothing. Okay. He strikes at the conjurer.
He needs to make another wisdom save.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, he has that on him. He made it.
Damn.
He has to do that every single time, even if he passes, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Got it.
Because of Sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
Until the conjurer makes an attack.
Yep. 13, the conjurer. So he has mage armor still up because he has not gone unconscious, and he has not failed a concentration roll. So his AC is actually a 15, so that misses.
Nice.
So he slashes again because he has multi-attack.
Not so nice.
And
Nail
misses again.
Nail it.
And now I need to look at one other thing. And he's going to burn an action to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Actually, he completely disappears.
If you just use both of your actions to attack, how do you have another action?
Because he has an ability that states after an attack.
And we don't get opportunity attacks.
No, because it's just like Misty Step. So he goes. Whoom.
Cab at all?
Oh yeah, you can see the cabs coming down. That was 6 seconds. So
Damn, you're right. There's just a lot of us.
yeah, there's just a lot of you. So that is that action. It is now. Val, you're up.
Oh boy.
And basically, what happens is what little, like he basically kind of like almost comes into, because he's wearing a cloak, so he almost folds into his cloak and then just winks out in like tendrils of darkness.
What the fuck?
Oh, fun. That's awesome. You just wink out. Let's see. I can try Dissonant Whispers because it doesn't necessarily say that I have to see him.
He has to be able to hear you though.
No, because it's psychic.
Ooh.
Oh?
So here's a question. He has a feature on him that literally states if anyone is trying to. Let me double check and make sure it's right. 1 second. Because he has a feature regarding psychic stuff.
Oh hell.
Oh no.
He is. This is hard. I'll put this out there for a vote from the group. It says he is immune to any effect that would sense its emotions or read its thoughts. It can't be detected by abilities that sense him. So, if he can't be... If you can't... I mean, that doesn't say you can't send your thoughts into his head.
Right.
It just says that you can't read his thoughts at all.
Right, and that's great because I'm not trying to read his thoughts. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to send.
Okay, so
Insane
yeah, I would
thoughts
say
to him.
I would still say go through because you've been in his presence for a couple seconds, and and for mechanics wise, he did not move that far away.
Cool. Then yeah, Dissonant Whispers at first level. Poof. I need a Wisdom saving throw DC 14.
He passed.
Damn, he still gets half damage.
Go for it.
Oops, that's not what I wanted. Get out of there. Normal.
So that's
So,
6.
Six psychic damage.
Got it. Ouch.
And I whisper, you dying would be just so much better than this right now.
Damn.
All right, so that is Val's turn. On his turn, the conjurer kind of looks around and he starts going, hop, hop. I can't really make him move farther than that because he's still tied up. Do you grab him, Sugash or Grandpak? He didn't move. He moved out of Grandpak's. He moved out of Grandpak's range and Utopia's range. So if you want to use your reaction, you can try and grapple him and hold him in place. But literally, all he can do is hop 2 squares a turn.
If they don't, I will.
Yeah, I'll just trip him.
So just make me a unarmed strike roll. I mean, he can't even force his way out of your grasp. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just like I'm pushing him over or tripping him, so he just stop moving.
Yeah. So
I'm getting there.
got it.
Don't yell at me.
I'm yelling. I'm a yeller. Okay, so yeah.
That's very nice.
You basically kind of like kick him, and both his feet are planted, but he kind of like just stumbles and loses his balance, so he only moves the 1 square to that 1 square, and then he stops.
Oh, I was like sweeping the legs and making him fall.
I can. That's fine. He's prone.
Nice.
Yeah, he's down. He's down, ladies and gentlemen. He's down. All right, so that was a reaction on his turn. Utopia, you're up.
Can I just pick him up?
It's going to be your action to lift him on his feet. What are you going to do with him when you get him up?
Oh, we're still in combat?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay. Never mind. Can I just hold an action?
Yes, you can. What are you going to hold your action to do?
If an enemy comes in my range and attacks, I'm going to swing on them.
Perfect. That is now a held action.
Thank you.
That is Utopia's turn. Aeom!
Okay, so I want to understand. The cab is coming down, or has it landed?
Yes. No, it's coming down. It's still about, it's about 35, 40 feet up. But also, you're now standing in the middle of the square, so it's kind of stopped its descent.
Okay. So it's I spend my action entirely to pick him up off the ground.
Okay.
And I can't move him at all.
This turn it's going to be spent picking him up. If you use your movement, you would have to move without him because he is wiggling and squirming no matter what you do. So it's going to be basically a grapple check, but you're going to have advantage on it because he's tied up.
Okay.
So, but your action this round is standing him up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Just to get him out of the way so the thing can land.
On Lorenzo's turn, Lorenzo's like, he looks down at you guys. He's got an arrow knocked. He's like, "Where the hell did he go?" And he looks up. He's like, "You guys clear the square. Let's get the hell out of here." And he's gonna go defensive because he doesn't know where the guy is and he has no target. Sugash.
Nice, we're gonna make this different. Alright, so I'm gonna step to here. Glance at the conjurer. We do not fear the darkness. And I'm gonna cast daylight.
Is daylight castable on? It's an area cast, right? It affects an area.
I'm putting it on the ground beneath his feet.
Okay.
So there are no shadows around him. All the light is coming up.
Gotcha.
Nice.
And if I can ever find it in my spellbook.
Find that shit.
What I would not give for some good old-fashioned glitter dust right about now. Such a great spell for situations like this.
Clicking on the wrong thing. I think I actually just. I don't know.
And in the old days, it was also a bard spell.
Hey, if you're College of Lore, it still can be.
Oh, that's right. But I'm not.
Did you break it?
Yeah.
I see a second circle.
Well, now there's
Holy crap!
Nice.
Wow!
Now there's 3.
Daylight is bright light in a 60-foot radius and dim light for another 60, and it destroys magical things.
Wow!
Nice.
Wow! That's a lot of light.
I've been waiting for your darkness bubble to go.
Bro, thank you. Thank you.
All right. So is that the end of your turn,
Yeah,
Shugash?
that's me.
All right. Grampak, you're up.
I'm just gonna keep it simple, and I'm gonna hold a first level guiding bolt for when this guy reappears or if he reappears.
All right. That's held. And on this turn, this door opens up, and you see him come out the door. So you may fire your guiding bolt.
Good.
Get him, get him.
Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Nice.
Jesus.
Wow, that
Ow.
was for fucking shit.
Ow.
He is now highlighted,
Mm-hmm.
and has next attack against him has advantage.
Advantage, yes.
Delightful.
He has his blades out, and he just begins wailing on Lorenzo.
Lorenzo, no!
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 Oh well,
No!
kill the flimsy elf.
No!
You're so mean.
It's Pride Month!
It's Pride
You
Month.
can't kill the twink!
First slash hits.
Oh no!
And he does 8 points of slashing damage to Lorenzo. Lorenzo is not that bad off. He didn't take that much damage last fight. And then
He was too busy sniping everyone.
he slashes with his other blade. And hits again.
Oh.
Oh!
Hang on a second. Oh shit. I have to roll this separately, don't I?
Yeah, you're not rolling all the damage possible on that thing, dude.
Yeah, I know, but
Nowhere near. 1d4 plus 4 slash damage plus 2166 necrotic damage.
What?
Lingering ruin that causes 2d6 at the start of each of its turns.
If the target is a creature.
Holy crap.
Right under the necrotic damage, it says if the target is a creature, it suffers a lingering wound. But he's not a creature.
It would still take the 66 necrotic.
Yeah, so the 1d4 plus 4 and 66.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's potential of
For some reason.
Instantly killing all of us.
yeah, that's 44 points of damage and would literally one shot the entire party of roll.
Jeez.
I mean, he did the same thing with the pistols.
Yeah.
normal. Not horrible.
No.
So that is 8, and 17 is 26, 25. So Lorenzo's still up.
Wow.
Oh, good.
But you didn't apply the 66 from the first attack.
No, I did not.
Lorenzo's dead.
Let me check something. 1d4 plus such damage target's creature. Okay. Got it. So it does do the 60. It does do it on every single slash.
Foxfire is so upset.
And Lorenzo goes down.
Crap.
And then when Lorenzo goes down, he goes 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's the only place he can really go.
We still can't see him. At least I can't see him. Oh, there he is.
Yeah. And he disappears from where beside Lorenzo was standing, and he reappears on the ground over here. And let me mark Lorenzo as being unconscious.
That bastard.
Lorenzo down. Alright,
No.
so that is on that turn. It is now up to Val.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers again at first level.
Okay.
And I will say to him, look, this is really just tiresome. Just dropping dead would be a better option for all of us right now.
Oh my god. He really is just out here bullying people to death.
Just trying to roast the hell out of him. Wisdom saving throw, please. DC 14.
Alright. Saving throw, roll. Oh, he failed.
Nice!
Yes.
You, sir, are going to take
Oh god, I was so scared.
14 psychic damage.
I was so scared it was going to be 3 6s.
Oh my god.
You see that blood has started coming out of his nose. Blood has started coming out of his ears, visibly. Like you can see it running down the sides of his neck. But he has no reaction.
And I will turn with my bonus action. I will turn to Sugash. Actually, hang on. I will turn to Sugash, and I will say, if you can kill that guy, if you can find a way, I would be so happy with you. And I would play, and you get Bardic Inspiration dice. 1d6, sir.
Thank you.
All right, so now that is the end of Val's turn, and it is now the Conjurer's turn. He is standing. Aom, you're not grappling him, yes? You didn't make a roll to grapple.
No, I did not.
Okay, so he is going to try and hop this way.
God damn it.
Rotten bastard.
Is anyone going to attempt to stop him?
I am going to attempt to stop him.
You may use your reaction to attempt to stop him. Just make me a unarmed strike attack roll.
Okay, I don't want to knock him to the ground again.
Okay.
It can be avoided.
I mean, if you would have just left him on the ground, then
Yeah.
he would have been wiggling and grunting on the ground.
I
Noble Aom had to stand him up.
have to get him out of the way of the cab.
There's more important things right now, like the guy trying to stab us.
Yeah, but I couldn't see him at the time. Is that it?
All right. Whoops. Doot. No, actually.
Oh.
Because he has his mage armor up. Did you roll advantage?
No. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
No,
Yes,
I
you
had
get advantage. I apologize.
Okay.
He's tied up, so he can't really
Oh,
defend
true,
himself.
true.
Yeah. Come on, get him.
That's not.
Oh.
Actually,
That's 16 hits.
Yep.
So you stop him from moving forward, but he does get to hop in that square.
cool.
So
I'm fine with
that is the Conjurer's action. Utopia.
This within range. Yes. I think I used all of my javelins. Can I throw a javelin at him?
Sure.
Smack him.
I'm afraid Fox Rider is having a bit of a stroke.
Oh no. Honest. This distracted by how perfect Lorenzo is, truly. Oh man.
What's the total?
15.
Misses.
You have advantage.
Why is she?
I
Do I?
cast Guiding Bolt on him, and you have advantage.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, okay. Can I try again then? Sorry.
Yeah, just roll the same attack again. It's the same thing as having an advantage.
Oh,
Excuse me.
don't die, Ray. Don't die.
Pardon me.
Death is
God,
forbidden.
Ray, don't die. Okay.
I
okay.
chose to die.
No.
Roll damage.
Okay.
You just hit the damage button in chat. 6 points of damage.
Nice.
All right, so next is once again you throw that javelin. You see it like this rip through that pant leg and tear off a chunk of his thigh, and it embeds in the wall behind him. But you know he's
just
still
standing
moving.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just.
Actually, no, he's moving. He's not. It's an action turn. Aeom, you're up.
Alright. I feel like he's out of the way enough.
Killer of Lorenzo.
Literally, this monster.
Lorenzo's just unconscious, people.
He's not dead yet.
He's not dead yet.
Don't jinx it.
I'm not dead
Just
yet.
got here.
I don't want to go on the cart. I feel
Just got
fine.
here, bro. Can't have shit.
Make it happen, Rob.
Smack him.
Nope, that misses.
It did not make it happen.
You still have your bonus action attack.
Yeah, I'm rolling that one. That's even worse.
Oh boy.
Oh, that was very nearly a
And
20.
you still have, you hit level 5, so you still have one more attack, because you got...
No, that was my extra. I'm out of key.
No, you actually
No,
get.
but you get
Wait,
two
I don't
attacks on your action.
But
Yeah.
That was 2 attacks.
That was
Right.
you get 3 total because one's a bonus action.
Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Remember, monks are all about punch, 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 punch.
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna need to.
You are Sir Punch a lot.
I'm Sir Punch. That's better.
That hits.
Yay!
That's
Fine.
very nice.
One. That's better.
Oh crap!
Tell me you punch him out. Tell me you punch him out.
Come on.
And he's once again. He looks his physical body looks messed up. You know, there's a big chunk of his thigh missing. You felt on that last blow. You felt ribs crack under your fist. He is still just freaking standing there, not reacting to anything.
I want this man obliterated.
Oh wait, you physically touch him when you punch him, don't you?
Oh no.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So you know that scene in the Rocky movie where he's in the ice house and he's punching the
Yep.
sides of beef?
Yep.
It feels like you're hitting a side of beef. It's ice cold.
Oh. That's upsetting.
Oh
That's
god.
upsetting.
Oh, what the fuck?
Just
Lorenzo
a bit, yeah.
needs to make a death save.
No.
No, but yes.
Ray, you're horrible.
I am. I am a mean and nasty person. It's just a d20 roll.
He just got here.
He did.
And we love him.
No.
He fails the first death save.
No.
Dun dun dun! The drama is high, ladies and gentlemen, as Lorenzo fails his first death save. Now we are on to the next person in line, who is Shugash. As you see Lorenzo cough up a little blood up on the landing.
Muted.
No.
And I said, "Aw, poor Lorenzo."
Oh my god.
I feel like you don't care.
I don't have to toll the dead.
All right, told that dead.
You need to make a DC 14. Wisdom.
I choose not to.
Not then I can just give you the damage.
Hang on 1 second. DC 14 Wisdom. Saving throw. Normal. You made it.
Oh. Wait, what
Takes
is that?
no
mean?
damage.
Yep, takes no damage.
He's amazing. Are you going to move it all?
No,
All right.
it's just me.
Grumpak.
Yay.
Yay.
So I'm gonna move to here, which brings. I don't know which beacon is mine. I think it's under Shugash.
Let me move Shagash out of the way for a second.
The 15-foot sphere needs to come with me. So whichever one's the fucking 15-foot sphere.
Ta-da!
So as a
I didn't do that.
continuation from the Spirit Guardians, I believe that because I walked up to him, does that count as him entering the sphere?
Nope. He literally has to end it, but at the beginning of his turn, he'll have to do the saving throw. Because he'll be in it.
So as my action, I am going
I think that's where it was.
Where is it at? We're gonna reach out and pat him on the belly.
On the belly? With a
On the
halberd?
belly. No.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Get him.
This sounds like it's going to be bad.
Get him. Get him.
This is not going to be fun. Ah, shit.
Nice.
Oh.
Get him.
Grumpak, how would you like to do this?
I literally pat him on the belly, and you just see him start melting and dissolving.
He melts. You touch him on the belly, and he starts dissolving. And the entire time, until his eyes pop in their sockets, he is staring at the conjurer.
Okay.
But he basically falls apart into a bunch of chunks of cold meat.
I'm gonna reach down and pick his knife up and put it in my pocket.
Gotcha. There's actually 4 of them.
I will take all 4.
You got it. All right, that ends combat, ladies and gentlemen, on a very disgusting end to the combatians.
Okay.
If you say so. Do you just want to transfer those to my character sheet, sir?
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Hang on 1 second. Why can't I target him all of a sudden? Oh, I do have him targeted. Never mind. There you go. All right. So that is the last of that. That's the last turn of the action. You guys, are sitting there still, kind of standing around. The cabbie kind of leans out and he says, "I'm not landing down there until all that crap's over."
I look up. I think we're good.
It's like, so you guys make way for it to land, basically. So he brings it in. He parks. He lands the sky cab. You guys start piling in, and at this point,
stabilize Lorenzo before we leave.
I was gonna say, and you guys leave Lorenzo behind. Just kidding.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Oh,
We invited him.
I may have killed him.
Okay, so that's what we'll do. Is that's an auto fail in the death save for Lorenzo,
Oh no.
and now I'm going to have to give him another saving throw. Roll another saving throw for him.
What the fuck?
It's just, and if he fails this one, he is dead.
No.
Oh wait, Scottish Anarchy just spent lend a hand before that, so that gives you a bless on the roll, but
That's a nat 1.
it's a nat 1. So apply it to Lorenzo's death save.
Oh wait.
Wait, hold up. Does
Holding
save
what?
that one in particular do anything?
Save that one in particular.
Yeah, for the next roll.
Oh, sorry. Lend a hand. I do believe. Let me double check this. I think lend a hand is +1, and then save that one in particular is a bless. So let me double check and make sure of that because I haven't used these in a while, so I don't remember them all.
I mean, it's Lorenzo. Come on. You need to be wasting all your points in one spot. We like him.
Yep.
I have been saving so many points.
Yeah,
I
same.
have so
Him.
many points right now.
Okay. Let me double check here.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
All right.
We're
Save our
pooling our
friend.
resources.
Save our friend.
Why can't I redeem? It's not letting me.
Hang on one second.
Oh, because I can't use it because Milagros used it.
Yeah, if save that one in particular is give that person the effect of bless, and lend a hand is a +1. All right, got it. So now he has a +1 to the roll, and he has the effect of bless on the roll. So
1d4.
yes, so let's go ahead and add the +1 to the roll, and now let's roll it. Oh, so
Nice.
that is a past death save, and the big thing about that is that he rolled a 19 on the die. So if you rolled a 20 on the die, he would be up with 1 hit point. All right, so are you going to attempt to stabilize him again?
Yes. Can
I'm
I
gonna
help?
come over, as well.
Do you have the medical skill trained? That means it has a little tick by it.
I do.
So if someone has a
No,
medical
I
skill
don't.
trained, then you can help out.
I have +2 to medicine. I don't know if that
It has to be trained though. That's just your natural wisdom modifier.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
haven't
offer like cure wounds or something.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm only half
Oh
proficient.
my god! Oh my god!
I thought you were helping out.
Aeon killed him.
Aeom, I thought you were helping out.
Yeah, I know. I thought.
Well, you're not supposed to roll when you help out. You give the person rolling advantage.
But at the end of the day, I mean, you are Path of Mercy, so it kind of fits
Yeah.
that you want to send him.
We must ease his suffering. Reroll.
no.
Fox
asked me
Rider.
to.
Fox Rider just
You
blew
asked me to.
5,000 points to make you re-roll that.
Okay.
Yeah.
cool.
Aeon.
Thank you,
I'll
folks.
spend 5,000 points too if he fucks up again.
Well, just a
I think there's a
forever.
limit of rerolls per game. There you go.
Okay.
All right, Lorenzo
God.
is stabilized.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
And on
Oh
that
my
note,
God.
we've gone way over our normal break time, so let's take a 10-minute break, and
Oh
we
my
will come
God.
back to this chaos in 10 minutes. We will be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm gonna have a heart attack.
We're clear.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We lost RJ somewhere in the chaos and anarchy.
Sure, he'll be back.
He'll come back someday.
He'll walk it off.
He's back. So, combat is. You guys are on the sky. The lift. Are you still intending to go to
To the Temple of the Mist Mother?
the Temple of the Mist Mother?
I think it's a good idea.
Okay. Someone's looking for their Teth. Chat.
Also, Milagros confirmed same person.
All right. You were gonna say something, Milagros?
Yes, thank you for the cookies, Fox.
All right, so you guys get into the sky cab. It takes off. It's only like a few minutes ride because it's just a couple blocks away. This, unlike other temples of the Mist Mother you've seen, this looks like it was probably a warehouse at one point. And maybe it was donated, maybe something happened and the church got it some way, shape, or form. And they did their best to convert it into a temple and a shelter. So the ground floor level, and they land you outside the double doors that are in the front of the warehouse. And it's actually also the receiving area. So the double doors are on the front right corner. On the left hand, to the left of that, is two sets of big doors that basically are designed to roll up like garage doors on tracks. And those doors are both closed. The double doors are closed as well, but they're obviously not locked. There is two lantern-looking items that are hung on either side of the door. And you notice that they're not really hung. They're bolted to the walls. And they're in there is a globe inside of a metal basket. And the globe looks like it's some kind of stone. and it basically is shedding light. Like a torch would. So there's one on either side of the door. And the stones themselves are too big to be pulled out of that wire framework, the basket that's around them. But they're not mounted to anything other than that. They're kind of just sitting in the basket. The door, but like I said, the shelter of eternal love is written in common above the door frame.
I go up and knock on the door.
You go up and knock on the door, and as you just go up and tap it, the door just swings back and forth.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna step inside. Do I see anyone?
You are inside what is obviously what would have been probably the office area of the old warehouse at the time. It is set up more like kind of like a little reception area now. There's a tattered couch to the left along a wall. There is a small, obviously, office space directly heading to your left. The reason you know it's an office space is because you can see the door's open. You can see there's a little desk in there, and there's a bunch of wooden filing cabinets along the wall behind it. And then there, to the right of that office, and along the right-hand side wall of the building, there is a hallway that goes back, and it goes back about 15, 20 feet and ends in a staircase going up, and you can see about 5 feet up closer towards you along the inside wall, there's another set of doors that goes into the actual lower floor of the building. Oh, and the ceilings in here are about 12 feet tall.
Okay, but I don't see anybody inside. There's oh shit.
It's and the reception area is, once again, there is one of those metal baskets holding from the ceiling, and there's a couple of those glowing stones in the basket.
Okay.
There doesn't appear to be anybody inside. I'm gonna go check around if you want to bring him in.
So you guys, okay? First off, Lorenzo is stabilized but still unconscious. So you have you have to carry Lorenzo, and you have to carry the wizard or cut his feet loose so he can move on his own.
Carry the conjurer.
The conjurer.
They're the conjurer, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And
I'll
and
carry
who will
Lorenzo.
Carry Lorenzo, because I don't have
will.
much in the way of strength for that.
Utopia's carrying
I
Lorenzo.
will. I'm carrying him. He seems very nice.
So you're holding him over your shoulder, I take it?
No, I'm gonna carry him like this.
Okay. So you basically are holding Lorenzo up in the swaddling him like a baby.
Exactly.
Um,
Yeah, bridal style.
So you guys, are y'all waiting in the reception area while Aom goes further in?
Yeah, just in case anything
Okay.
ridiculous happens.
Yeah, literally, like.
So Aom, as you walk in and you get down to that door further down, do you open the double doors?
Yeah.
Inside the double doors is a tabernacle area. It is set up basically as a small chapel. It's got like 10 rows of just plain bench seating on the left and right with an aisle down the center that goes up to an altar. The altar is built on a very rickety looking makeshift stage that's been set up that's only like 10 inches tall. And, but it's obviously raised up. There's an altar above it. There is a large banner, which is the only thing that's really, really looks like a nice adornment. And it's got a depiction of the Mist Mother standing there with her hands out. And, she's, drawn to be very beatific. She is surrounded by the swirling mists around her. And she seems to be like just hovering in place. And in the center of her chest, there is a embroidered golden heart. Okay. And that takes up the majority of this level. You can tell. To the right, you can see that there is another single door on the right wall, and it is about this building is about 40 feet wide. And the door is about 30 feet along that side wall. But that's the only entrance to that wall. And then to your left is the obvious wall where the office is. And then you can see further to your left that you can see the giant doors that go to the outside. In front of those doors, and this is just like there's no wall restraining there. There's like, there's goods, dry goods and stuff like that. There's boxes of grain. There's all kinds of stuff set up. And it's just basically everything designed to probably feed hungry people. There's bunches of loaves of hard old peasant bread that are stacked up on a table. There's just all kinds of stuff that can be used for feeding people. There's a bunch of like pots and pans that are washed and stored on shelves over there, and it's all in front of the double doors, or the double doors, the garage doors.
Yeah.
But that's all that's in this big room. And once again, there are those baskets hanging around in the ceiling. You notice that half the baskets have these metal caps over them, so the light is reduced in this area.
Okay. I'm going to call upstairs.
If somebody wants to check upstairs, so far I don't see anyone. I'm going to check a little bit more around down here.
So is anyone going to go upstairs?
I'll go upstairs.
Okay. Going up the stairs, the first thing you come out into is there is a landing. And then as you come up the stairs, you can see that you're coming up into an open area, and that's along this right wall, and it's about 10 feet wide, and it goes up and down the length of the building. From where you're at the landing, directly behind you, like if you turn around facing back into the building, there is a hallway about 10 feet wide that goes down in a way that basically spans the middle of the building. Along this landing, a 10-foot wide landing around the walk around the stairs coming up, there are doors about every 10 feet. And it's kind of like barrack style, you know. These are obviously rooms. There's no one there's noises coming from up here. There's like people talking, stuff like that. The walls are basically made of the cheapest wood they could get their hands on, so they're paper thin. You can hear voices of people having discussions. You can hear snoring. It's in the evening, so a lot of people probably turned in. You can also smell the aroma of food. And you can see that there is... Oh, and you do see, like, one door opens up, and a young woman comes out, and she's kind of in night clothes, a long shift and everything like that, and she kind of sees you, and she says, can I help you?
I look at her. I need help. Do you have a healer somewhere?
She says, Father Doche is here. Just one moment. And she kind of like goes scampering off down the hall, that long hall I told you before, and you see as if you move down to look down the hall, she runs down the hall. There's another about a 10-foot wide hallway going off of that. So you can see this room is laid out in a brick H. Okay. And so she runs down, she takes a right down the hallway, and after only a few minutes, she comes running back. There's an older man. He is in robes of priest of the Mist Mother. The robes themselves look like they've seen better days. They're knackered. They're tattered on the edges. They're obviously what he uses to work day to day. They have stains and stuff, and they're worn at the knees. And he comes walking out, and he is an older gentleman, probably in about his 50s, but he's still a very broad-shouldered man. You can tell that when he was younger, he had a very much an athlete's build, broad shoulders, thick neck. Now that he's in his later years, it's kind of going to fat, but he still looks like he can, pack a wallop. And he's smiling as he comes down the corner, and he says, "I understand you have those in need of aid."
Yes, my companions and I were in an altercation, and one of our companions were laid low. I would really
take me. I'll follow you.
And I lead him to where the rest of the party is with Lorenzo.
All right, you go downstairs, and he kind of looks you all over, and he says, "It looks like all of you are hurt." He says, "But this one is obviously the most serious." And he kind of kneels down by where you drop Lorenzo on the couch, I'm assuming, or something. And he kind of
place him on the couch. I'm not
you slam him down on the couch.
No.
Lorenzo bounces once and then lays there limply.
Very gently place him on the couch.
So he goes over to Lorenzo, and he spends a few moments, and he puts his hand on his forehead, and he puts one hand on his chest, and he folds mutes, and you see him praying under his breath. There is a very brief glow under his hands, and Lorenzo's eyes flicker for a moment and come open, and he kind of just lays there for a second, and his eyes are half open, and he says, "Ow."
Are you all right, friend?
No.
That's fair. That's fair.
God.
No date is worth this. No.
Oh my god.
He kind of looks over. He kind of rolls his head and looks around, and he finds Shugashi. He's like, "I'm sorry. It's over."
Oh my god. Yay, now Aeom has a chance.
He says, "The brightest stars burn quickly. Ours is a story of tragedy and pain."
Nice.
Lorenzo says, "I'm just going to sit here for a while. My pain is dual-edged." He says, and so the priest goes over and looks at the rest of you. Who is... I know that Utopia is very badly hurt.
Yeah, I had 6 HP left by the end.
Okay. So he is going to walk over to Utopia and ignore the map because I just need a dice roller. So he is going to pop for second level on this.
Ooh.
Big spender.
Dun, dun, dun,
And Utopia is healed for 8 hit points.
Yay.
As he walks over to you, and once again he just kind of like lays a hand on your forehead and begins mumbling a prayer. And under his breath, you can hear him mumbling a litany of, "May the Mist Mother guide you in the darkness. May she show you light in all things. May you listen to her wisdom and seek counsel in her ways." And then, as he finishes a litany, you feel the washing of healing magics go over you, and you feel yourself restored at least a little bit. You're still hurt though; it's still painful. Who else is beaten to hell?
Did you say there were pews here?
Yes, they're in there's a couch here in this area, and there's a reception desk out in this office area, in this reception area, and then there's an office behind that with a desk and chair and a bunch of filing cabinets in it.
Yeah, the pews are downstairs, I think.
Yeah, the pews are downstairs, but they're down the hallway.
I'm gonna.
You gonna go sit in the pew
No, I'm gonna plop the conjurer where there's a free spot.
on the ground?
However you feel like describing that, whether I just plop
Well, I'm assuming you don't want to slam his head into the floor, so
Yeah, I still need that brain of his.
I mean, you can just put him on his feet and he can stand up.
Fine.
All
Sounds fun, but yeah, I'll put him on his feet.
right.
And then I'm pretty much just gonna pick a corner and attempt to rack out for like an hour or two.
The priest kind of looks at the conjurer all tied up, and he says, "Is this man a criminal?"
He is the cause for the suffering that you have healed.
And the conjurer kind of looks around and he says, "I'm the cause."
Yes, you.
His voice is all
summoned whatever
croaking because he still hasn't gotten a drink.
You summoned whatever the hell that was. That came
Yeah,
from you.
I told you it wasn't on purpose. And the priest kind of looks around and he says, "What have you all been doing?"
So much.
Oh boy, it's a long story.
You tell it. I'm gonna go and put my back against the door
Okay.
and just basically sit down and keep the door closed with my back and kind of just rest.
The door just swings open the other way.
So he falls.
Oh no.
Is there door handles on it?
Nope.
Just falls right over.
Doors.
Think like saloon doors.
No, I get it. I get it. It's just... Okay, so then I find the wall.
Oh man!
Okay.
And I sit and just watch and make sure nobody comes into this fucking place as I try and rest.
Okay.
Father, he did come here for respite, our friend over there. But that's of less concern. Could we get more light?
It's
This
a place
is-
consecrated.
Oh, yes, this is a temple of the Mist Mother. It is holy ground.
Okay. And I will cast dancing lights and just kind of fling them in the air.
Strobes
More
go off.
light would be welcome.
And he
There were
says,
some
"There's some what?"
There were some blockers on the braziers. Could we open those to provide as much light as
Oh,
possible?
in the temple? I mean, we just reduce the light because usually people this time of night are there for quiet reflection, so we don't want to, cause them to feel like they're being watched or anything.
Light
says-
would be good.
Well, I guess I can have someone go bring out the lights. He says, "What is going on, though? Is there something? Should I call the watch?"
No, that will not be necessary. We'll simply
The caster goes, "Yes."
No. Shut
No.
up.
He's like, "I'd rather take my chances with the watch."
He is not
No.
of sound mind.
We just saved your reckless life.
He's like, "And that thing's gonna be back. I don't know how long it's gonna take it, but it's gonna come back."
well, then one way or the other, if it is coming back, this is your safest option. So we can keep you here, or we could toss your bony ass back into the street and let you deal it out with the wolves.
Are you going to untie me first?
No.
No.
Fine. The priest was just like, what did he do, and why do you have him tied up? I honestly need to know this, if this is some kind of...
I'll level with you.
I'm gonna be real with you, Chief.
I'll level with you on this. Since we're kind of throwing you into the middle of all this, just unwittingly. We were sent on an errand to gather some information from this pitiful soul here. And in the process, he apparently accidentally unleashed a creature of darkness, which then proceeded to attack us. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at.
The darkness from the ancient tales of the Mist Mother, we believe. The darkness she feared.
That darkness, yes.
What evidence do you have of this?
The Mist Mother herself.
He kind of stops and he stands up and he says, "You're chosen?"
It would seem so, yes.
He kind of looks, he takes you all in and he says, "The Mist Mother works in mysterious ways."
Can you get the witch out of my head?
That we
Don't call her that.
We agree.
No, my friend.
call her
My friend. If you are chosen, it is for a reason. Even your people respect the fact that she is the reason you have the bounty on your homeworld. She is the maker. You may have no need of her, but you probably are thankful for all that you have had. Or at least you should be.
They seem to have a different opinion, I'm learning of late.
They're a very strong people. They survive in a world that the Mist Mother originally thought was going to be a mistake. She is not infallible. But instead, they took it and made it their own. Proving that even in her attempts that do not succeed, the Mist Mother can still provide for those who wish to seek her blessing. You do not wish to seek her blessing? You would wish to abandon your home then? For that is the blessing she gave you.
I know nothing of this witch, other than that she comes to me in my dreams.
She came to us all, sir.
And that is what we will clear up in a moment. But what I want to understand is, she chose you in dreams. What did she give you direct knowledge of what she intended you to do? Did you speak to the Mist Mother?
I walk over to him and I like very, very hesitantly like reach for his face. I'm sorry. This is the only way to really convey what happened. And I apologize.
He kind of pulls back for a second and he says,
"I promise I won't hurt you. It's just gonna feel slightly uncomfortable."
He is a good man, Father.
I try to be.
He kind of looks over at the tied up wizard and he says, "I will place my trust in the Mist Mother. Do what needs to be done."
And then I place one hand at the side of his head, and I say to him as I begin the mind link, "Our mind to your mind." And in his mind, he hears the two voices, "Our thoughts to your thoughts." And I convey from my memory all of the dream that I can remember.
When you convey this all into his head, you see he's got his eyes closed when you do it. You see his eyes darting back and forth as if he's, watching something, tracking something. And when he comes out of it, he kind of like draws in a really deep breath. And he says, It is as we expected.
You expected this.
The Miss Mother has always been a benefactor who has maintained close ties with us. She has walked among us. She gives out her blessings willingly. She cares not for people's love and adoration as much as she cares for their interaction. She brought us all here because, as everyone knows from the legend, she was lonely. So, as gods go, she's very personable and very much a part of her followers' lives. We have been hearing more and more, and her priests have been finding this more and more, that the Miss Mother's voice direct voice has been absent. Priests are still able to utilize the abilities she gave us, and we still have the powers that she bequeathed upon us.
But she does not speak.
But she does not speak.
That's troubling.
And even her most devout followers who are not of the cloth, who have reported on many occasions that they have been able to interact with the Miss Mother even in mundane ways. They report that she has been absent for a time now, weeks. And when the Miss Mother disappeared, that's when the murders started.
Oh, great.
There is... And from what she has given you in your dreams, what she has... The path that she set you on. She says, it does, as the brother has said, it does relate to what knowledge we know of the Miss Mother's greatest fears. The entity known as the Darkness was her motivation for bringing so many of us across and bringing us here to what she thought would be safety. If it has managed to infiltrate this deep, there is a significant threat, not just to the Miss Mother, but to the very way of life that we perceive now.
Wow. That's unfortunate. Ominous.
I don't mean to make it seem worse than it is. I don't mean to try and instill fear. That is not my intent at all. I am surmising from the signs that I have seen working with these people and hearing their tales that this is a significant threat.
Hell. And I will reach inside and speak to my quarry. Well, lady, what do you think?
We knew that when a god shows up and tells you they need a favor, you know it's not going to be a small thing.
Yep, that sounds about right. Hell.
You wanted a story to end all stories, a song to end all songs.
Yes, but I was not counting on a song to end the world on.
As the father said, trust in the Miss Mother, I guess.
Well, light be with us then.
And the father kind of looks around and he says, I'm sorry. You are...
Oh, apologies for my rudeness.
No. This has been a very trying evening, obviously. I'm I just want to understand who I'm speaking with.
Our name is Valestein O'Cal. You may call us Val.
Very well, Val. And then he turns to Aom and he says, "And brother, you are
Brother Aeon, Father.
from?"
I'm from, damn it, Tyrell. Sorry.
Cairo,
from the
Cairo.
the Mother's Love Monastery on Kyrell.
He says, "You are a long way from home."
Yes, as is our way.
Yes, very well. And he kind of looks at you and he says, "You are Miss?"
Lady Utopia Astor from the House of Astor.
And he kind of nods and he's like, "No more unusual than anything else that may have happened this evening." And he
Nope.
says, "And you two gentlemen."
Oh, I'm snoring in the corner.
So good. And the who is the very relaxed gentleman who does not seem to be phased by any of these events?
That would be my brother.
And he is?
His name is Shugash. I'm Grandpa.
We were all brought together by the same dream.
I understand that. And he says, "Very well. This is the Miss Mother's home, and it is consecrated ground. I seek to ensure the safety of all my parishioners above everything else. But when the Miss Mother puts an obvious task in front of you, you do not ignore it. And if you came here seeking sanctuary, then it is my duty to provide you with it." He says, you can stay in the chapel." He says, we will have all the lights fully unveiled. And he says, "And we will do something we have not done in quite some time." And he goes over to the swinging doors, and there is like he puts the doors kind of like makes them stop swinging and holds them still, and he slips a little metal latch at the bottom and the top of the door, which locks them in place. And he does that for each door, and then he walks to this back into the office, and he comes out with a crossbar to bar the door with, and he drops it into the slot, and he says, "Since we founded this mission over a decade ago, this door has never been locked."
We apologize for the intrusion. Were there any other source of sanctuary, we would seek it. That's here we are.
And if there were another such a sanctuary, the Miss Mother would have provided you with it. She provided our home and our temple because it was where you needed to be.
You have our thanks.
It says, "And you have my hospitality." And he says, "If you go into the chapel, across the chapel, you'll see a single door. It says that is the kitchen and the larder." He says there should still be stew on the stove that's being kept warm for the morning. He says, "Feel free to feed yourselves. We just ask that you clean up afterwards."
Of course.
And he says, "You can sleep on the benches as you like, on the floor as you like." He says, "Neither one will be, unfortunately, incredibly comfortable, but it is the best we have to offer at this point. And as I said, I don't know how much rest you're going to get. We will keep the temple lit up as much as possible. I will bring in more lights." He says, "In the meantime, make yourself comfortable."
Thank you.
Thank you, Father. If you have a moment, I would love to know if you've ever heard of others that have been chosen. I've never read much on the subject.
He says there are many stories of prophets and apostles, people who are chosen to deliver messages that the Mist Mother wanted to have not just told to the people, but demonstrated by their lifestyle and their choices. She wanted to provide leaders who exemplified the ideals that the Mist Mother wants all of us to be able to represent. And she knows that we're all flawed. She knows that we all fail. But she does call on those from time to time to try and present an example of this, of what she wants us all to try and achieve. Even the Mist Mother, as I said, she has failed. And so just trying to be better and do better every day is the focus of what the Mist Mother wants us to try and achieve. But has there been ever any time she called upon heroes to try and save the world? I don't think so.
Supposing there's a first time for everything, my friend. And then I pat Aom on the back.
Thank you, Val.
He says, I'm going to go fetch more lights. He says, I'm going to fetch some other people to help me get all the shrouds off of the other lights downstairs. And he says, go ahead and make yourself comfortable. He says, hopefully you have enough time to get some rest.
Thank you.
And he goes walking back upstairs, and you can hear him like from the floor below. You can hear him walking back upstairs and walking around up there.
Okay. Turn to Grompak. So, about our friend there. And I kind of gesture towards the conjurer.
I'll like slowly get up and walk over to the conjurer. I'm gonna pull a knife out.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cut his wrist bonds at least, and hand him one of the things of stew. So how did this darkness approach you?
Conjurer kind of looks at the soup. He says, It did never approach me. And had I never seen, heard, or learned of it, it would not be... It would have been better for everyone. It does not seek out... It did not seek me out. I am merely someone who has been forced to associate with it.
Forced by whom? Or what?
I am pretty much going to be forced to run. There is nothing I can do to prevent this anymore. I've been thinking about it most of the evening since I've had actual time to think. If I give you what you want, I want 100 gold. I want a cab to the nearest sky I want a cab to the skyport, and I want a ticket on the first frigate out, going anywhere.
Grandpa kind of looks at Val and I think we can do this. But I have 2 requests of you. Yes.
And I have a question as well after he's done.
You would be wise to listen to them.
You don't know me well, but okay.
No, I don't, but I'm placing my trust in you.
So, we were originally sent to find you by the Emerald. And they're looking for a specific sequence of colors.
I understand.
So, in order for us to be able to do this for you, we need to make good on our end. And we would need those colors.
I will provide them.
And my other is as much information as you can tell me or us about what it is that we face. We are relatively new to encountering this, and any information you have may one day lead to us conquering it. So you can huff all you want, but we protected you this evening, and we are apparently the ones who are destined to do so. Any information would be valuable.
And argue though you might, this is not the first time that we've gone up against a minion of said darkness.
He says, the only reason that I am acquiescing to this is because you actually brought me to a temple of the Mist Mother. And you didn't torture me for the information.
Oh, it has its place, but I am always for an even trade.
I trust you at your word because I have no real choice, but I am hoping that this is going to be... I'm hoping that this saves me, and whatever I can give you helps you.
As do I.
It says, in that case, I will give you this now in case we don't survive the night. The color sequence is captured in a rhyme.
Okay.
The rhyme is as follows. Black to gray, the light fades away. Gray to white, hope in the night. Streak of silver, you feel your spine shiver. Then red, you pray to be dead. Then gray, then black, the darkness is back.
Lagros, did you get that? Because
Yep.
I'm just making sure you got it word for word before we move forward.
Yes. Okay.
That woman can type. Damn.
I'm just making sure.
That girl good. She good.
Black to gray, the light fades away. Pray to white, hope in the night. Streak of silver, you feel your spine shiver. Then red, you pray to be dead. Then gray, then black, the darkness is back. Correct?
No. Black to gray, the light fades away. Gray to white, hope in the night.
Oh, then I misheard you.
Yeah. A streak of silver, you feel your spine shiver.
Yep.
Then red,
Yep.
you pray to be dead. Then gray, then black, the darkness is back.
Only one letter off.
That's some accuracy.
That's right. I got the line breaks and everything.
Nice.
So, he says, and as for what you face, all I know for sure is that the ruby has been brokering a deal that would give them the ability to move without detection over distances. This ability would also not register if you attempt to detect magic.
That is good to know.
The organization that the Ruby is vying with was unknown to us until a year ago. And now, the more and more we have been sent on missions that don't make a lot of sense.
What is the name of the organization?
The Ruby? Oh! It doesn't have a name. All
You
of its
just refer to it as the organization?
That's what I call it. I don't know what else to call it. Because there's always a different person that comes into contact and gives us instructions. They're always the same basic gist. They're all spooky. They all wear dark clothes. They can all step out of shadows. They're all, cryptic and weird, and they all give me the chills.
And then
Sounds about right.
the archer. You mentioned people disappearing and their flesh being rented from them. Is that these missions that you speak of?
No, we have no idea what that's been happening. That's actually been getting bad for business. People are not staying out as late anymore. There's fear on the streets. He says no one's going to gambling dens, no one's going to the opium bars. He says it's hurting business. So,
Do you know about where they're centralized? Where does it typically happen?
Anywhere. Are you talking about the murders or are you talking about the contacts?
Murders.
Anywhere in the slums, anywhere in the dregs. The wrist is the most common focus. But even in the lower area, because you're not in the wrist right now. The wrist is that area right outside the wall, where they always put up the shanty towns and everything like that they tear down periodically.
Sure.
So that's the wrist. He says, but in the lower portion of the palm, where all the poor housing settlements are, he says there's a number of murders happen there. Just of the dozen murders that I've heard of so far, he says 8 of them are all on the wrist. The rest are in the lower palm. He says, but the problem is dead bodies turn up all the time. And from what I understand of it, some of those bodies have been dead for a while.
Well, that certainly doesn't bode well.
The bodies are not just left out and exposed. Most of the bodies they find are hidden. Yes, Utopia.
Are these bodies skeletal?
No. They were people. They were murdered people. Most of them, the usual homeless indigent people who, are just here trying to find work. He says, but the problem is, the majority of them don't have really any family left. They don't have, any connections in the city. They're trying to make money here, and they disappear just as easily as they appear.
Okay.
And the reason we know they're murderers and not strong-arm robberies gone bad is they never have much missing from their possessions, if anything at all.
And did you wish to leave this night or in the morning?
It says, I don't want to go out there at night.
Morning would probably
That makes
be
sense. In the morning, we will send you on your way.
He says, I hope that we make it till then.
I have one question. So clearly you're from our world, but why would you contact this darkness, and how?
I never said I did.
Then why do you serve it?
I don't serve it.
Why do the people you serve it?
because it means a means to power for them. If they truly are given this ability to move without detection, not only would they be able to smuggle at will, but one of our primary profiteering goals is assassination.
So it's a means to an end.
For them it is, but I have been on missions with these things. And I have been on missions with people that I consider to be absolute homicidal maniacs. And I will tell you, I prefer the homicidal maniacs.
Well, you're sitting in the right chapel. Then I'm going to go back and sit next to the door.
Oh my god. Who do you want to assassinate?
Whoever we're paid to. You do understand I work for the Ruby, yes?
Yes. Who does the Ruby want dead?
Whoever they're paid to. Do you think the Ruby just goes around killing people willy-nilly? That would bring too much heat on us.
No, but who? Utopia.exe is proud. For real, she's like, is this why my dad wants to send me doors?
Pay us.
Shot again.
People pay us to eliminate problems for them. Whether it be through extortion or murder or kidnapping. Because people want power.
A means to power, a means to wealth, a means to fame. It doesn't matter.
I actually do have one more question for you.
Yes.
Where do you typically meet your contact?
Are you talking about my contact within the Ruby?
Yes.
He says, I usually just send him a message and then make arrangements wherever's convenient. We have, as with any organization such as ours, we have bolt holes all over the city.
Where is a good drop point if I wanted to speak with them?
Usually, if
I wanted to drop a message somewhere, where could I drop it that they would be able to find it?
You don't. I send messages to them. I don't write out a message. I send messages to them.
I guess I don't understand that.
I cast the spell and send them a message.
I understand you're casting a spell. I don't understand the spell, therefore I don't know how it works.
Oh, okay. I have a limited number of words. I send a message to a specific person. They get the message. Then they send me a reply back because they get to send a reply back, and we find out what the actual location is where we're going to meet.
I turn to Grompak and I say, I think it best that we not delve too deep into this aspect. I think we should alert our contact within the Emerald and let the Emerald do what they will with this information. This is beyond us, I think.
If they get the ability to teleport in and assassinate people, who will live?
Oh, man.
He kind of like, his hands are untied, and he kind of goes, and then he appears like in a bench 2 benches over, and he goes, we already have the ability to teleport. I'm saying that what I just did can be detected. What they're talking about doing can't be. And from what we understand, there may not be a way to shield against it.
That is important information.
That is important information. Hell.
It might be able to go through wards.
Oh.
Are there anybody in your organization besides these things that have this ability already?
Rumor is some of the higher-ups have been given the ability to prove its validity.
So this is not a character question.
Mm-hmm.
So message can be sent to anybody that you know, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Or
have been encountered with, as long as you've been in their presence. It says you have to have some kind of familiarity with them.
Oh, do I want to do that? Do I really? Val, do you have message?
I do not.
I know Sugash does.
Not yet, at least.
But I know he's also asleep.
The birds work for the
itself is
ruby.
120 feet.
Huh?
It said message itself is 120 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Sending
Oh,
is
okay.
You're thinking of sending. Yeah.
Yeah, sending is the other one.
And do you not have sending yet?
Oh, I do.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Does he have sending? Who are you
We're
asking?
getting a dragon.
Yeah,
right.
remember.
Oh my god.
Do you regularly get into arguments with the dragon?
Yes, actually. Do you remember that fancy dressed man that blinked out of existence?
I'm still sleeping. I was just clarifying OOC.
I gotcha. I'm asking Val.
The
'Cause I know
fancy
you're-
dressed man who blinked out of existence. Yes.
Yes. So, is he not able to teleport?
I
So would
believe.
he not potentially be able to come here and we can give him this information? We must make sure that, of course, he does not kill this man in front of us. What was your name?
He kind of looks. He kind of looks around and he goes. Looks around and goes, Pete.
Your name is Pete.
Yes.
I shake my head. Just very disapprovingly at him. You can tell us.
He's like,
Or
what?
I
I'm not
can-
in the zone anymore.
It's bad to lie in a temple.
True. Miss Mother's gonna get mad at you.
Oh. Fine. My name is
So-
Eric.
We'll make sure that Pete doesn't get killed.
It's Eric.
It's Eric.
It's Eric.
It's Pete.
No, he's just... He's lying out his ass. Yes, fucks.
To that end, insight check on the name.
Oh, go ahead.
His name is Pete. His name is Pete.
He said it was Eric.
Oh,
I did not hear that part.
9.
I mean, it could be Eric, but it could just as easily be Pete.
If I was to bless you, to give you the hopeful protection of the Mist Mother, which name would I use?
I am not a caster who normally can use that spell, but I know that spell very well, and all you have to do is touch me.
I don't cast spells.
No, you punch
true.
people 4 billion times in a row.
Sometimes it heals them.
So I'm gonna walk up to the bear that's sleeping on the couch
Uh-huh.
and just kind of like, I
Confirmed
need
bear.
you for 5 seconds.
Ah, confirmed bear.
Wake up.
Confirmed bear.
While he's doing that, speaking of bears, I'm gonna go check on Lorenzo and see how he's doing.
You know,
Bears indeed.
Lorenzo and Shugash are currently sharing a couch.
Yes.
I feel like that happened afterwards.
I moved Lorenzo
moved, yeah.
away from Shugosh.
Oh,
before
come
I-
on! Give them their
Probably
moment!
walk
Give
over
them
there,
their
Lorenzo's
moment!
spooning
The
him.
last thing I need after bringing this guy back to life is Shugosh socking him in the face because he's grumpy and half drunk, okay? Y'all not remember that he got a 3 on his con check? Like, there's a
Right.
reason why I'm like, I need you for 5 seconds and you can go back to sleep. Like, I need to borrow your brain. My brain doesn't work as well as yours does.
Give me your
Drunk.
brain, brother.
Your brain, I needs it.
Brother, I need big thunk.
I need big thong.
I need you to use your words in your brain and send it to the disappearing fancy man and tell him to come here. I can't hear you.
Were you drinking? What?
No. I have to make sure you don't do that. It will take 5 seconds and you can go back to bed. God, you're worse than a snapping turtle.
It is appreciated.
Dump it.
Gosh.
What am I doing?
I just need you to reach out to the fancy blinking man and ask him to, and tell him where we're at and ask him to come now.
The wizard that we met before.
That went bloop
You
and
remember?
disappeared.
No.
Reads thoughts, all that good shit. Yeah, we need him for 5 seconds.
Alright, I will use sending to relay that.
His name was Marcus.
randomness.
That's
Marcus,
right.
yeah.
Marcus.
It's the disappearing wizard man.
It's 25 words.
Fancy man who blinks.
It's 25 words, but I really get the general idea that Shugosh is not going to go anywhere over that or even near 25. So what do you send?
Found color man at church.
Color man.
And whatever. I don't even know what to add to that.
Which church we're at, maybe? You know.
At church. How? Where are we from?
You're in the
Like,
lower
church
palm.
district. So that
Yeah.
would be probably the only church in the lower palm.
One of the only, yeah, probably. And it's actually a missionary too. So,
Okay, so at missionary in lower palm.
all right. You get a reply back. Well, this is quick and unexpected. I know where you are. Out front in 5.
TTYL.
There you go.
I take that information and go and
Sugash's like, what?
lock the door and wait for him.
So you take the bar off the door and unlatch one of the sides and go outside?
Yeah, I'm basically going to stand in the doorway and wait for this guy to show up.
I'm
There
gonna rack out
is-
on a few.
You win what?
So I'm gonna rack out on a few
Okay.
by
So,
myself.
by myself.
Oh, come on, man.
What are you talking about? It may be a crappy old couch, but it's still a stuffed couch instead of a hard pew. Not Val,
Like a brass
but
towel?
We're used
Lorenzo
to the
is
ground,
staying
man.
right where he's
Like,
at.
Honestly, this just reminds me of that TikTok audio that's like, oh, like the picnic where he's like, oh, it stresses me out that there's food on a blanket. I need to go. You're running away from intimacy. Oh, I have to make that TikTok.
Yeah.
So it's after 10. Why don't we go ahead and call it here before we do the encounter with Marcus, because that may lead into a longer roleplay session. So let's call it a night right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I just figured that would be a nice twist to throw in is, well, fuck it. Like, the dude has the ability to teleport, so
Yes, he does.
might as well bring him so that we can share this information with him
Mhm.
and get our
Directly.
shit now without having to fucking deal with it in the morning.
True.
True.
Good thought.
It's a good plan.
I have my moments.
I feel like you've done this before.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for joining us tonight. I really appreciate everyone who stuck around. Sorry about all the chaos in the beginning. You know that we are not going to make it through an entire show without having something go nuts. Once again, I'd like to thank all my people on my cast because they are amazing and they make storytelling freaking fun and exciting, even when it's plagued with technical difficulties. So if you want to find any of these amazing people on the interwebs, Milagros is a content creator who has just started up streaming again. You can find Milagros at the link in the chat, and you can give her a follow. Remember, small content creators like us, every follow is just absolutely amazing. I mean, none of us ever think that this is going to get watched or liked by anybody, and just having people appreciate it is incredible. And she's going to be starting 3 p.m. Eastern, Milagros?
Yeah, Eastern, yeah.
She's going to be starting streaming starting at 3 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. If you want to catch Sphinx, he's streaming his show on Fridays. What time do you start on Fridays, Sphinx?
It's every other Fridays at 8:30 Pacific Standard Time.
8:30 Pacific Standard Time every other Friday, and this Friday is the Friday off then, right?
That's correct.
All right.
Yep.
Excellent. So if you want to find Sphinx, you can go ahead and look him up there. If you want to find the two rude boys in OA, you can find them on Facebook. They Rome streams most every single day, playing some kind of video games, and then they have their Sunday night D&D stream. What time does that start, guys?
7:30 Pacific.
7:30 Pacific Standard Time.
West Haven, and if you didn't catch last week's episode, the last hour of that episode was insane. Not to dive into our show, but we basically had a bard cast a mass memory change on an entire town that we went through and basically slaughtered people in the town. So our cleric, at the end of the day, decided to burn his divine intervention and succeeded with the exact roll that he needed to and cleanse their memories.
Wow.
Yeah, like it was one of those holy shit moments because our DM figured that for the rest of the game that was going to be something we were going to have to contend with.
Yep.
So being able to change that is going to drastically change everything moving forward. So looking forward to the shenanigans, and it's always shenanigans over on OA.
There was actually a fight where almost everyone in the party died but me.
But you? Wait. But you?
I don't know what the hell happened, but
Yeah.
it was opposite day or something.
Yeah, exactly.
We got random fucking cows. That's what happened. He used a 9th level spell and dropped 32 cows from 60 feet up on the party.
Wow.
It happened.
All but me and Rome, I think, died.
Cow orbital strike.
Cow orbital strike.
Level 9 conjure animals.
And in preparation for his content launch, Rob has a TikTok channel where he is. I think you said you're going to start doing cosplay and stuff like that on there, Rob.
Yes,
Do
might
it,
do
do
some
it.
random videos, but yeah, we'll see. I'm
There you
trying to
go.
create scripts, and I'll.
I
probably
want to
use a lot of
duet
his
you,
help.
bro.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
duet you.
I'll be right you too, man.
I
Yeah.
don't know how that works, so you'll have to explain. But yes.
We will hold your hand and walk you through this terrifying process.
Perfect.
All right. And of course, if you want to find any content that Dinner in a Game creates, you can go to our link tree, which is in chat right now. You can follow us on there. Always, if you follow any of our content and you enjoy it, if you have Amazon Prime, you have a free subscription that you can use for any Twitch stream you like. If you choose to use it for us, we will be deeply honored. But Sphinx has a stream. Milagros is going to have a stream soon. If you can use it on them, you can choose to use it on them if you like. We just want to make sure that we're helping support our fellow small content creators so we can grow and we can get our messages and our stories out there. We do this for fun, but we also do this because we have stories to tell. and we want you to be part of that storytelling, and we thank every single one of you who sticks with us. But right now, speaking of small creators and storytelling, we're going to go raid somebody. And oh, I almost forgot. We were supposed to be debuting our new City of Mist game tomorrow. However, we had some last-minute problems with scheduling. Someone had a very last-minute work thing they have to do, and it wasn't me for once. And and we have a new person joining our cast. So we're going to take this week off. We're going to get together with a new person and make sure that their story background and everything like that is tied in with the other characters, and launch it next Thursday so we have an entirely congruent storyline going forward. So,
Nice.
we thank you guys so much for everything. We're going to go raid another show that is providing us with 2 members of that new cast. We're going to go raid Unusually Serious Turn. And they are playing... This is going to be hilarious because they're playing Apex Legends. And we're going to go watch them get shot by 12-year-olds.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So be sure to let them know that Dinner and a Game sent you. Give them a follow. They're a great group of people, and they stream D&D on Tuesdays. So give them a follow and support small content creators any way you can. We love you. We thank you at Dinner Game. We always save you a seat at the table. And on Friday, that table is going to be along to the Lab Experiments and Gaming, continuing to play Fall of Magic with the creator Ross Kalman. Guys, have a good night. We love you. We'll see you next week here. And now we gotta wait because I forgot to hit the button sooner, and it's gonna take seconds and seconds, and I'm just talking like this to stall until I can hit the other button that makes us all go poof, like now, poof, and we're clear.
Nice.
Clear on mine, too.
Sweet.
Oh,
GG,
that was good.
motherfuckers.
Easy.
It
Yeah.
was